Birmingham Brother Rice and Orchard Lake St. Mary's are two Michigan high school football programs with storied championship histories. Both schools with 8 pieces of state championship hardware in their respective trophy cases. Even more impressive, the number of players from both teams who have reached the National Football League. Let's run them down. For the Warriors, Mike Lodish, Brian Brennan, Pete Mitchell, Greg Collins, TJ Lang, Paul Yokish, Steve Morrison, Mike Farr, Mel Farr, Jim Brown, Greg Collins, and Gamara Williams. For the Eaglets, Deion Sims, Morgan Trent, David Bowens, Sam Rogers, Scott Kowalkowski, Famel Johnson, Leonard Renfro, and current Bears superstar Allen Robinson. Orchard Lake and Brother Rice have met 33 times, but only twice in the postseason, and that was 15 and 16 years ago. They've met once this year, the 2020 version of this rivalry, an instant classic, a knockdown drag-out fight. A backup kicker stepped up for the Warriors and played hero. Tonight, Wisner Memorial Stadium once again the site. Tonight, it's win or go home. Round 2 of the Division III District State Playoffs. The Birmingham Brother Rice Warriors, the Orchard Lake St. Mary's Eaglets. The season hangs in the balance. State champs Game Time Live starts now.
Here for us. Through the intercession of St. Anne, Kate and St. the Archdiocese of Detroit, instill in us the heart of our greatest champion, Jesus Christ.
Hello and welcome to historic Wisner Stadium for a Division III District semifinal matchup between Brother Rice and Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Before we get into the game, let's pause right now for the playing of our national anthem.
They leave their caps on while rendering the military salute.
Thank you for joining us here on the State Champs Network, live on YouTube. Ryan Slocum alongside Coach Pop for this Round 2 matchup, Division III District Semifinal, second meeting of the year between Brother Rice and Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Rice won the first game 10-7 in an absolute classic field goal at the last second. Coach, what could be and what do you expect to maybe be a little bit different here tonight?
Well, I believe both teams tonight are at full strength, so great to have for a playoff game. The matchup itself, two Catholic League teams going at it for a second time. It happens on occasion. I think one of the advantages that I would say was the Rice side is they have that run game intact. You know, Nolan Ray is back, and he made a big difference in the game he played in the other day. So very excited to see what happens there.
Yeah, absolutely. And the first time these two teams met, Brother Rice was down 4 players and their kicker. Kicker didn't turn out to be an issue in that game, as we already mentioned, but they are back to full strength. You mentioned Ray had a little bit of an ankle issue. He is back. He looked good the last time you and I saw him against Lapeer, so that could be a big difference. But Orchard Lake coming off that big round 1 win over Pinckney last week, and they ran the ball, and they ran it well. That's what they do. 401 yards on the ground last week. Let's see if they can do that again today.
Well, Coach Port said, got to be able to run the ball, got to be able to control the clock and keep the skill of Rice on the sideline.
Absolutely, and it will be the Eaglets kicking off. Number 17 back in the end zone to get that one, but it flies over his head. If you are used to following the Warriors, number 17, there he is back there.
Again, Dolman, as is the expected case with St. Mary's, putting the ball out of the end zone, no return. And what a monster advantage for a defense. Make a team go 80 yards. That is unbelievable.
Yeah, he is the second-ranked punter in the nation, 8th-ranked kicker. He will be going to Michigan, full-ride scholarship. Michigan doesn't give out kicker scholarships all the time, so that just tells you how good that kid is and how much of a difference he can make with his leg, anywhere from 50 yards. First play for the Warriors, bouncing outside, and nice little fight there to pick up a couple, Coach.
I'll tell you what, everything was closed up inside. Puts his right foot in the ground, scoots outside the tackle, nice 4.5 yard gain. Again, that's the difference Ray's going to make tonight.
In the first meeting, Brother Rice really got it done through the air. 320 yards for Coulter in that game. It was the first time in 6 years that a Brother Rice quarterback had thrown for over 300. But you expect with Ray back there, maybe a little bit more of a mix today.
I think definitely some balance. And, again, that is just wonderful for an offense to have, is balance.
La Canaria in motion. He takes the little handoff. Doesn't get much, though.
Yeah, tried to take it up inside, a little shovel pass. Saw an opening inside. It closed quickly. Those linebackers from St. Mary's are absolutely phenomenal. We all know Jordan Cannon, a big-time recruit, and he can really fly around and clog off those holes that seem to be open for a moment.
Absolutely. That's what he does. Division I recruit in his own right. Cannon, we will be calling his name numerous times today. He is number 6 down there in all white. All right, so that brings up 3rd and 5 now. Coulter looking to throw. He has his man, slips a tackle, and he gets across the 40 to the 43-yard line.
Mr. Bowman, a freshman receiver, making a big first down catch. Ball right on the outside shoulder. Little spin, breaks the tackle, big first down.
Man, and how about him getting in on the mix? Savi, we've seen him make some big plays earlier in the season. They're going to him right away, just a freshman. That's got to excite everybody at home and wearing their orange right now.
You're not kidding. And offensive line, great job giving him time.
And here is Ray. This time he's got all sorts of room, and he may go down to almost the 10-yard. I believe they will call him out at the 11, but a huge pickup from the 42 all the way down, and Brother Rice in business.
I'll tell you what, there it is right off the bat. It's a simple thing. Get a big open hole, really quick running back with some vision. He hits it hard, and there goes his speed. Good tackle from behind there. Number 27, Mr. Guras. Good job hawking him down. Let's see if Rice can go ahead and put this one in the end zone.
And we mentioned the last time we saw him against Lapeer, just the explosion by Ray. This time, he gets hit. As soon as he gets it, we have a helmet off down there as well.
Yep, and that's Jordan Cannon on a run blitz. Spotted the hole, filled it quickly. Good tackle. Very excited play for him, obviously. Good play for St. Mary's. A loss of 3-4 yards there.
So Cannon is going to come off the field this time. He was the one whose helmet flew off there. But, yeah, Ray now back onto the field after that big run. But, yeah, every time we've seen him, man, he shoots so fast, so quick as soon as he grabs that ball.
Yeah, his quick twitch muscle movement and his footwork is just phenomenal. He's exciting back to watch.
2nd and 10 from the 10. Coulter throwing. Got nowhere to go. He needs to get rid of it. He does not. He is in trouble, and that is a loss of 15. Coach, probably should have thrown that one away.
Well, he had a receiver there because, in high school it's a little different. You got to have a receiver in the area. Could have just thrown it over his head. And that said, and everybody wants him to do that, you know what he didn't do? He didn't throw it to the other team.
That's true.
So we have another play here. You know what? Let's pick up some yards, possibly get 3 if we get a big plays in the end zone. Love the concept there. They snuck Ray out in here in the left flat. He was there, just had to escape right just a bit too quickly.
So it's 3rd and goal from their marked it at the 22. Coulter with a quick one. And he's going to pick up. Oh, he's still on his feet.
Gianni.
That is Gianni. making his way down to the 6-yard line.
And now they got a decision to make. Looks like they're coming out with Pardee, the kicker, to get that 3 after a big play. Want a positive result at the end of this drive, so I don't blame the coach. Again, it becomes an 80-yard drive, just short, obviously, and going to go for the 3 here.
And a great play call there. Yeah, you don't get the touchdown. You need it a lot, but you got a whole lot more manageable field goal right now.
Absolutely. Very well done by the, again, offensive line, get a little time. Again, secure the catch, get upfield. Good job by Gianni on that play.
So Pardee gets it away, and plenty of leg. It is good with 7:21 on the clock in the first quarter. Brother Rice strikes first. They take a 3-0 lead, and all really set up there, Coach, by the big play. We mentioned it right out of the gate. You think Ray was going to be a difference in this game, and boy, he sure was.
Absolutely. Again, he's just an exciting back who can put his foot in the ground, and then bam, he's at the second level, and then you got to play catch-up, and that's always difficult. So I am sure Brother Rice now very happy. Ball out of the end zone, get it on the 20, come down, get the first 3, get a lead. Now go ahead and kick off yourself and play some good defense.
Well, this is the 34th meeting between Brother Rice and Orchard Lake St. Mary's. St. Mary's leads the all-time series. They lost earlier this year, but they still lead it 17-16. The last time these two played in the playoffs, Coach, you got to go back to 2005. Regional title game. 17-10, Brother Rice wins that one. So it's been 15 years since they've met in the playoffs. Brother Rice now playing in Division III, so here we are.
Absolutely. Been in Division II a long time, and past couple of years in 3.
Ball is being brought out by Batiste. He's got a little bit of room, and he is brought down after a nice return, taking this one to the 36, and that is where the Eaglets will take over, and they will try to find the end zone themselves.
Very good tackle there. I think Rice was a little fortunate. He actually ran in the back of his own player to slow him down a little bit, because, boy, did he have an opening if he got all the way to that left sideline.
He sure did, Coach. Defensively for Brother Rice, you know what you're up against these guys. They got the bone offense. They are going to run the ball. As we mentioned, 401 yards last week. Only threw the ball 5 times. Right away, right up the gut, gain of 1, and that is about it. Coach, when you're playing a team that you know what they're going to do, they've done the same thing for year after year after year. What do you do? What do you do when you know what you're going to get? Because they only threw the ball 5 times last week. They threw it a little more than that when we saw them earlier this year. Well, what do you do when you know, hey, maybe they'll pop you with one here?
Well, that's the whole thing. That's their game plan. Run, pop a tight end or pop a receiver down. Someone's eyes aren't correctly on their key, and you end up popping one. But I'll tell you what we're seeing right now is a lot of what we're going to see.
That is Tommy Boss around the left side, and they will give him the first down after a pickup of 10.
Velasquez on the tackle, getting him out of bounds. Again, he just got around our contain, and, boy, that can be dangerous with a good, strong athlete like that. We got to do a little better job of getting that outside shoulder and push him into your friends who are inside of you.
Yep, and you're going to hear that name a lot tonight as well. Tommy Boss, number 2. And that was him right there, picking up 10 in the first down, now at the 48-yard line. Fullback takes it. Pickup of 3.
Boy, Luke Salkowski, a big fullback.
How
big
about 290,
and
Coach?
290 big, and he looks like he can move his feet. So, you know what? 3 yards for them and 3 yards again, and that puts them in great position as far as they're concerned. We have got to make sure to understand we got to be on that dive on first down. It is an absolute trademark of Coach Port over there at St. Mary's.
So here they go again now, 2nd and 7, 6 minutes to play in the first. And it is Boss getting close to that first down. He will be about a yard short, bringing up 3rd and 1.
Good job. Velasquez coming all the way from the safety position to get on that tackle. And if you remember last time they played, Mr. Boss had one heck of a game, catching a couple passes, making some big runs. He is a tough football player. I'd like to give a little shout-out to Evelyn and Sammy Bross out there watching us. That's my boss at school, so I'm picking up some brownie points. Hope everybody's okay with that.
There you go. Great tackle, but it may be a hair late. Let's see where they spot it. That was Boss, and it looks like they are moving the sticks. They are going to give it to him. First down, the Eaglets keeping this drive alive. The other name, go ahead, Coach.
I would say Potestivo came down nice, and again, tacking that outside shoulder, pushing him into the guys inside, gives us an opportunity to be successful against this run. When they pop outside, that's when it's real tough. Good job there.
Yep, great job knocking them down. Unfortunately, they only needed a yard, and they got it. It is Boss again, keeping those feet moving. He's going to pick up 3.
That's Aristotle Taylor coming down from the defensive end, sinking nice in the line. But again, as far as St. Mary's is concerned, you give me 3 yards on first down, that is absolute win. We have got to do a little bit better job in that line of scrimmage.
So once again, 2nd and 7 as the clock continues to move. We're getting a little bit different look now, Coach.
A little twin action out here. QB
Quarterback
run.
is going to keep it. It's Ross around the left side. He is brought down. Once again, short of the first down, but once again, Coach sets up another 3rd and short.
And they're living right where they want to live. 3rd and 3 or less, and that's exactly where St. Mary's wants to be. Puts them in a perfect position to do whatever they want offensively. A little tie here to Brother Rice. We have Matt Baker, who's now the quarterback and pass coordinator down at John Carroll, just offered Mr. Ross the scholarship over there. So, yeah.
Well, congratulations to him. Ross with a great job. Game running the ball last week. He and Boyle each had over 100 yards. This time it's Boss on 3rd down. And once again, he is going to be right there.
I think they stopped them on that one.
I think
got
they
underneath
might
a little
have.
bit, but if I'm a betting man, it's going to be 4th and let's go for St. Mary's.
Yeah, quarterback coming back out there, and it will be 4th and 1. Great job there on the tackle. And they've got the big fella back in there as well. How about him, Coach, on this one? A big 290 guy when you only have a yard to go. They do not go to him.
Oh.
It's Boss, and he is wrapped up the second he touches the ball. And Brother Rice will take over after the turnover on downs.
Boy, phenomenal play by the linebacker over there, coming up really hard on that play. Benjamin Eck, I believe it was, who came and secured that tackle on a nice read. Came right off the edge, wrapped them up in the backfield. Brother Rice football.
Absolutely. So they gamble early, playing at midfield there, and it does not work. The Brother Rice defense coming up huge. And, Coach, they have been pretty darn good this year. They've allowed 7 points 3 times this season. They're doing a great job, only giving up 83 on the year. 25 of those came in week 1.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
So the offense takes back over. La Canaria in motion. Coulter slings it over the middle. He has got his man. It's Gianni. He picks up a first down.
Mr. Delamonte already having a wonderful job. Great job focusing on the ball. Great run fake again. Set up a little play action there because we've been running the ball well, and then pop it up the seam. Good play. Nice shot. First down, Brother Rice.
So they, on one play, they move into St. Mary's territory right at the 49-yard line. Gianni in motion. This time it goes to Ray right up the middle. He's got a first down and a whole lot more. He's going to go 49 yards to the crib. Nolan Ray. Touchdown, Brother Rice.
Boy, Brother Rice, thank you so much for making us look like we know what we're talking a little bit about up here. Holy smokes, explosive run by Ray. Phenomenal opening in the hole there. The guard center got on their people, and, man, did he exploit that with great speed. Woo, that's fun to watch.
So he has a 48-yard run, Coach. He follows that up on the next drive, 49 all the way. Man, they're opening up a 2-score lead already just like that with 2:13 to play in the first.
Big difference when you have balance. You can't just focus on stopping one thing. You've got to be able to play the whole football game.
Kick is up. Kick is good. Little knuckleballer there, but that's all right. They all count one when they go through.
Between the posts and above the bar. Gives a point. There you go.
Coach, I want to tell you mentioned the hole he had. And the last game you and I called together was against Lapeer a couple of weeks back, and we saw the same exact thing. Tell me what you're seeing on that line, because during that game and then again today, right up the middle, my gosh, it's like Moses running in there. They got some room.
Yeah, party in the White Sea in this case,
Yeah,
right?
you're right.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what you got is you have all of your players back who now have developed some continuity amongst themselves. They have some trust in each other. I don't have to do anything but my job. And, boy, as a player, there is nothing better to know. I take care of mine. My buddy takes care of his right down to the line. When 11 of us do it, we get a 48-yard touchdown run and we're up 10-0.
And that is where we sit right now after 2 possessions, 2 scores for the men in orange. Brother Rice with a 10-0 lead. And now after the turnover on downs, the Eaglets have some making up to do.
See if they can cover this kick real well. Better kickoff there. Going to make them wait a little bit. That's excellent.
Bautiste again, and once again he's got some room. Little bit better than he did last time. This time across the 40 up to the 42. Once again, good field position for Orchard Lake St. Mary's as they try to get back in this thing.
I'm telling you right now, there's one coach or two saying, Coach, we got to squib the ball because that kid is a good athlete, and doggone it, he's almost popped 2 on us. So let's see what happens. Let's hope we score again and kick off to them and see if they make that decision.
So here come the Eaglets. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Once again, a little different look. Last time they gave it to us, and he is wide open right over the middle. That's going to be Nick Williams for a huge pickup. The 6'4", 215-pounder puts the Eaglets right back where they were when they turned it over last time. They're sitting at the 35-yard line back in business in Brother Rice territory.
Remember the first time they played, Jason could not throw that ball that well. His wrist was bothering him real bad. He threw the couple balloon balls. That one was right on target, the seam, and that's what St. Mary's wants. Double tight, double split out here.
And this time Ross using his feet. Doesn't get much, but he does pick up a couple.
I think it's interesting how they're using that Q run. You get an extra blocker is what you end up getting, every time you do that. And for them, again, if you look at the sticks, that's where St. Mary's likes to work. You gain 3.5 on first down. We're sitting in a good spot. Sometimes we get a fullback dive, some we get trap, sometimes it's power. This time Q run just kind of falls up in there and follows his big guys.
So we have 2nd and 8, 1 minute to play. Once again, giving us a different look. Now they have 1 receiver on each side of the field. We have a stoppage. Brother Rice didn't like what they saw. They call timeout.
Well, they're getting an A set. They get 1 back, 2 tight ends, 2 split ends, and they are not aligning properly, okay? We're pretty close to the coaches up here in the box. We can hear, hey, someone doesn't have someone. So you need to take that timeout and line everybody up properly. I'm not sure they were prepared for this or not. Again, Wrinkle, play all the time. I don't think we've seen this out of St. Mary's since I can remember. So
we have not seen that, at least today, and I don't remember seeing that in week 3 either. And you mentioned it at the top of your screen there if you were watching. Corner had to run over there real quick. Coach didn't like it, so he called the timeout.
Absolutely. And, what they essentially get is a couple of tight ends coming up the field. If they want to go for pass, you have a single safety high. You're not going to be in good balance because, they're playing him to play the run. Even though they're in the A set, they're using their Q. That makes a big difference because that running back becomes an extra blocker. So you've got to fill all your gaps, get good fits, but at the same time, you got to cover the edges as well.
Well, it's exactly like we said, Coach. When you're going run, then all of a sudden they pop you, which they did on the first play of this drive here. Ross can run the ball, went over 100 last week. This week says, nope, we're going over the middle. Now we're looking at the same set we just saw.
Now you can see you got a diamond set in the middle with the backers, and then you got the 2 guys on him, just a little bit overthrown there by Jason. Good coverage there. Velasquez on the coverage out there, and a really good tall receiver. Very good job covering out there on Ben Mathey.
So the first time we've seen them take a shot today, they've already thrown the ball. about as many times as they did all of last week. And it's 3rd and long for the first time for the Eaglets right now. The clock is stopped. 45.9 seconds before we take our first break.
And I put this advantage Rice. Getting a run team in 3rd and long, you like that.
Ross will throw it again, and this is high, and that brings up another 4th down. The Brother Rice defense, coach, holding strong again.
Rocco Melia, we talk about this all the time. When there's an important play to be made, let's get him on the field, and there he was. I'll tell you what, if he makes a good throw, that's a pick 6. So I'm telling you right now, the coach of St. Mary's are thinking, thank goodness that was overthrown, because Rocco was coming downhill like a gangbusters to pick that off.
And if you watch them, normally number 7 is Rocco. Not today in the orange. Rocco is number 27. And here we go, as we talked about. Mr. Doman for a 49-yard field goal. Plenty of leg. And that is good.
They're going to have trouble finding the ball, Ryan. Holy smokes, that's good from 60.
I think he kicked it over the fence, and he did, as I just saw the guy throw the ball back over the fence. The net only went up about halfway, and Mr. Doman just booted that sucker over the fence, over the net, out into the field. They got to love that.
So good job on Brother Rice. You know, they hold him on 3rd and long. And, boy, when you have a weapon who can kick the ball like that and you get 3 points, that is just unbelievable.
Absolutely. 10-3 now with 37 seconds left to play in the first. Eaglets got to be feeling a whole lot better of themselves right now after getting some points on the board.
So for probably what's going to happen here, I'll probably kick it out of bounds. I mean, or out of the end zone there, and we'll start on the 20. But it's Rice's job to get a good return here and start from the 20 and get a good drive in.
Velasquez back to receive once again. Opening kickoff, as you mentioned, went through the end zone. Didn't give Alfredo any chance to get that one, and it looks like it will be the same. He almost kicked that one over the fence, Coach.
I'll tell you what, if he's one of those kickers where the rule, if you fair catch a punt, you get a free kick. He can kick that thing from his own side of the 50-yard line and have a good shot at actually making it for 3 points.
Absolutely.
What a weapon. Wow.
You know, Tommy says he was a soccer player. About 4th grade, you don't hear too many people say this. He says, I saw those kickers on TV, and I thought that would be awesome. You don't hear too many people say that.
That is
He said, I thought it'd
fabulous.
be awesome. So, yeah, I think it is pretty awesome. Now he's going to be going to one of the best universities in the world for free. That's definitely awesome. Congrats to him.
That's an awesome decision, absolutely.
So here come the Warriors looking to make it 3 for 3 on the day. Handoff once again. Little pickup there, 3 yards.
Got Paul Petrella on the tackle on there again. He did what he's supposed to do. He came from the outside in, made a nice wrap-up tackle. Pretty good gain of 4 yards, though, for Brother Rice. Good starting position, 2nd and 6.
Clock winding down. We'll see if they decide to run a play before we get the end of the quarter. And it looks like they're just going to let this thing roll. So they'll switch sides and do it all over again. After 1, Brother Rice leading Orchard Lake St. Mary's 10-3. Well, we've always said that sportsmanship is the golden rule in action. But why should it stop when the game is over? Now more than ever, we need to respect each other and treat each other with common decency, not only between the lines, but outside the lines in our daily lives. In sports and life, nothing beats good sportsmanship. A message from the Michigan Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
You know, more and more of that message says to me, we talk about this game. It's the greatest game on earth, in my opinion. You just learn so many life lessons. And, of course, one of them is, you know, it's bigger than football. You know, you can't just do it between the lines. You can't just do it at practice time. it's got to be a discipline that you develop within yourself and carry out in the community and just through the school and anywhere you are, really. So I love this game for that.
And now more than ever, with everything going on in the world and the things we're dealing with and the COVID concerns, your heart goes out to some of these kids today. We have 6 games as of game time that were canceled today. Kids' seasons came to an end. We feel for them. Just a shame for them and the teams that they were playing, Coach. As Coulter throws right over the middle. He had DeCorian Temple, he had Henry Garrity, and he just couldn't hang on to it.
Really good job by Jake there. Put it in for the run fake, pulled it out, put it right in his gut. That's where you tell the guys, chest and gut for the big fellas. Make sure he doesn't get his hands up and be in an unsafe position. Did a great job, just didn't focus all the way through. I'm sure he'll get another shot later on in the game.
So that brings up 3rd down. Coulter throws, and he just misses Cole La Canaria. So that brings up the first 4th down for Brother Rice, and they will be kicking it away.
Yeah, he missed him on a little wheel route there, trying to put it in the hole, a little bit deeper than the corner before he gets to the safety and just missed it a little bit high. Interesting combination here. Now we had Coulter to La Canaria. Now La Canaria is going to be the long snapper and Coulter the punter.
A little backwards. So this will give the Eaglets a chance to put some more points on the board, coming off a 49-yard field goal by Tommy. And we have a whistle here.
Looks like timeout timeout Brother Rice. Oh, St. Mary's.
No, St. Mary's. Okay, so each one has used their first timeout. Coach, going back to what we were saying a couple seconds ago, man, just so unfortunate. 6 games coming in here. The defending Division I state champion, Davison, supposed to play Rochester Adams. They had some COVID concerns, so they canceled. Same with Harbor Beach, taking on Beecher today. Cadillac and Elma late this afternoon. We find out that game had to be scratched. Thornapple Kellogg is going to beat Zeeland West. Hamilton will beat Hudsonville Unity Christian, and Johannesburg Lewiston will be moving on after Frankfurt had to forfeit their games. And again, I got a text last night from a father from Davison, and his kid's moving on, but he wanted to play. He's so mad. He's so mad that they didn't get a chance to play today. So we feel for everybody. Oh, and we have a fake punt, Coach, and it is going to work. Coulter sliding down, but not before he picks up the first down. What do you think about that call, Coach? You're up 7 points at 10-3, and you say, we're pulling out a little trickeration here.
Well, if you looked at what St. Mary's did, they went really wide, left a monster air bubble in the middle, so they were going to kind of, rush him from the outside, and I'm sure this is a scouted opportunity for Rice to say, listen, let's take it when you're not supposed to. That's the key to a fake punt. Phenomenal call, even better execution.
So the Warriors back in business. They have the ball at the 34-yard line. First down, Coulter hands it to Ray, and he is still on his feet. Nice cut, picks up the first down, gain of 12-13 after that run, and you saw it again there. How about the vision this time to pick up the first down and then even a few more yards?
When I was watching closely, we barely got the ball to our running back. It was a great job for him to secure that off his right hip to begin with. Then he's running through tackles with great balance, and like you said, the vision to cut a little bit inside. It makes it, instead of a 6-yard gain, becomes a 12-yard gain. He is just dynamic.
Sure is. The 5'10", 185-pound sophomore running back. Coulter looking to throw. He's got his man. It's Devereaux. He slips 2 tackles, still on his feet. He is down to the 46. 36, I should say.
Tight coverage, but he ran a great route, great timing of the ball. Again, outside, so it keeps him running from inside. Great job by Coulter. Devereaux secures it. Nice back-to-back plays there, running a pass. We got Miko Stewart now spelling Ray for a minute.
And you called it. It goes to Miko. Going to pick up a couple before he is brought down.
Anthony Kiafolis on the tackle there. I'm not sure if he's related or not to the Kafoulis. I'm sorry. Over here we had some at Brother Rice. Could very well be a younger brother. And as I speak, I get a text from Mom. Yes, it is. That is the younger brother. Very nice.
Power of technology. Man, she was on that. You barely got that out of your mouth there.
You know moms take care of their children every way.
Got to. Nobody in the backfield for Coulter now. His ball is tipped. And how about the play there, though, by the Rock, knocking that down because that could have been a pick.
Oh, that was a pick. 100% that kid was catching that ball. What an awesome job going from offense to defense and emphatically knocking it down. Not trying to make a play on it,
right.
Knocking it down. Very wise play.
That's the end of the game. Hail Mary right there. Knock it down. He sure did.
Columbia, right?
Yeah.
There's some smart people who go to Columbia. There you go.
Just a couple. There'll be one more coming next year.
That's right.
So we have 3rd and long again with 9:26 to play before halftime. Brother Rice from their 36. And we have a flag. As you may be able to hear the coaching in the booth next to us, they knew that was PI all day. It's going to be first down Rice.
Absolutely wrapped them up around the hip, started pulling them down before the ball arrived. You just can't do that in high school.
As the student section will tell you, with the "you can't do that" chant. They always popular. You can't do that chant. So once again, Brother Rice now from, as we move up a couple of yards here.
About the 18, 19-yard line. Going to have 1st and 10. Again, what we said they had to do, put together a good drive after they make a big, long field goal, take the air back out of their sail, and let's get some points.
And they are doing exactly that. Miko still in the game. 2 receivers at the top of your screen. And it's going to go to Miko. Dancing around a little bit, and there's about 4 dudes right there to say, stop that. You're going down after a pickup of 1.
And Luke Whalen, number 50, and he's not going to go in a stat for a tackle or anything like that, but he absolutely caused Mikos to cut back into his big fellas, and they end up swarming around him. Very good play by the defensive tackle on that play. I believe Cannon was cleaning it up as he usually does from that linebacker position.
You can see him right there, big number 6, right in the middle of your screen. Coulter, little pump fake. Oh, he gets hit and he goes down. Great play there. Sack once again, slowing down the momentum, coach. It was Olston. It was Hilly, excuse me. And it was Nick Williams.
And he was Jake was lucky to hold on to that ball because that's a blindside shot. He was just about ready to let it go. Could have been loose, and he maintained control of it. It's 3rd and long. Let's see if they can put something together here again. Maybe getting a few yards, another shot at the field goal.
Yeah, knocked back to the 25-yard line, 3rd and 15. Coulter. He's got Milia. And he's going to be brought down just across the 20. Once again, Coach, you're in position now to get a field goal.
Very impressed there with Jake. It started getting crumbling inside. He just found some space, a little bit of jog out to his left. Rocco followed him, which is something you don't often see in high school. Hey, broken play, run to my quarterback. Ends up putting him in a pretty good shot here now for, looks like about a 28-yard field goal. Impressive play by 2 really smart athletes. Good job.
And tough there, even though it was a short pass thrown across your body. The ball is up, and it is no good. Just pushed it. We got a little bit of action going down on the field. Looks like there is a flag. And there's a couple of them there now once the skirmish is done.
Be interesting if this is a dead ball or a live ball foul here, because if it's a personal foul live ball, could put us in 1st down position.
Well, they're talking about it. The 35-yarder, no good.
Looks like the
Just
offense is
pushed
gathering around here, so I think they think it's going to be on St. Mary's. And, of course, St. Mary's is wondering, what did we do?
Pretty long conversation here.
I give them a lot of credit, the refs. You know, there's so much to straighten out sometimes, and they do a good job of conversing.
And it is a personal foul, and it is on the defense. And there's another one. So it's offsetting, and
they were dead balls, so it's going to be St. Mary's ball in the 20. In high school, the ball goes in the end zone. They get it back on the 20, not where it was held from, as it is in the upper leagues.
So the score remains 10-3, 7:17 to play before the half. Thank you for joining us. If you're just now tuning in to the State Champs Network here on YouTube, we're happy to be with you live in Pontiac from Wisner Stadium for the Division III District Semifinals. Second meeting of the year between Catholic League rivals, Brother Rice and Orchard Lake St. Mary's, as the Eaglets hand it off to the big fella who rumbles a little bit. Couple-yard pickup on first down.
Wasilikowski, strong kid. He moves well for a big guy. It is so hard to tackle. Low to the ground, strong base, and runs hard. Tough combination of defense.
And we have an injured player on the field. Rolling around. He got landed on pretty darn hard there.
And I believe we have the other Melia going to go check him out. Dr. Melia, Rocco's dad's going to take a look and make sure everything's okay. While we have this little break, a little shout out all the way to Hawaii to the Lacanierias who give us an aloha. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, it didn't quite feel like Hawaii here today, Coach. But how about when we came in, the sun set over the stands. We're talking week 2 of the playoffs. We're talking November whatever day it is, 6th, 7th. Yep, let's see there. Take a break here. Velasquez is up. Little bit of a limp, but that is a great sign to see.
Walking on his own. Love it.
How about this, though? Beautiful weather. I mean, I know some people like football weather, but I don't know. In November, I'll take 70 degrees in November any day of the week.
I'm pretty sure anyone in their right mind would also agree with you, sir. Yeah. Absolutely, 100%.
Might be able to swing the sticks a little bit tomorrow as well. Second down. Stays on his feet. Going to be close to the first down. And that is going to be Aiden. Great pickup. He's going to be, wow, just a hair short. So third and less than a yard, Coach.
Yeah, we had Potestivo combining there with Fortino on that tackle. Good job holding them short. This is a big play here. Of course, they're going to try and break that line and get him in the backfield. And I think, unlike last time, I bet Mr. 44 sees the ball on this one.
Go to the big fella. He does, and I don't know that he got there.
I believe he is short.
They had the same thought you did. Big Luke tried to force his way across the 30-yard line. He did not. So it's another 4th and short for the Eaglets.
And I think there's a lot of people say, I can't believe he's going for this. You know what? This really tells your kids you trust in them, believe in them. And you know what? Stop us if you think you can. I like Coach Port giving this to their kids. And, of course, they might just hard count and punt, so we'll have to see what happens.
We will see what happens. Well, you definitely know you got the horses to get it right here. Tried to get them to jump. Boss with it. I don't know that he got it. They are right at the 30.
Well, that's all they had to get to because the ball started at the 20, so all he's got to do is touch that 30, and it looks like they gave it to him.
Yep, they are going to give it to him. The officials marking that right at the 30. Man, Coach, that was a close one.
I'll tell you what, Oscar McWood got in there. with Chad Tellis, and I personally thought he was short, but I don't have the greatest view from up here, and that's what you got to say when you're announcing and not calling the game yourself.
Yep, both officials were right at the 30, and that's where they mark it. And that's all they needed. Here comes a little fade, and great D right there. Number 3, that is Lance Williams on the coverage. How about 5'9" covering the big fella there?
I'll tell you what, he did a great job, number 1, standing on his hip, and then number 2, finding the football and waving those arms a little bit to make it a tough catch. Very well done.
That was 6'3" against 5'9". Ben Mathey could not come up with it because Lance Williams had him covered like a Snuggie, Coach.
Yeah, he did very, very, very well right there. Great job. Confident football player.
Now 2nd down. They run the trap to Boss. Picks up about 4. And they are going to mark that at the 35, so he picks up 5.
Good job, Luke Sands, on that from the interior, coming and chasing that trap down, and then got some help from Potestivo on that to secure that tackle. Again, right now, if you're Brother Rice, you're saying, hey, it's 6 yards. It's advantage us, guys. Let's make a play, get off the field. Got to get off the field on 3rd down.
It is another 3rd down from just over the 35-yard line, 3rd and 5. The Eaglets will throw, and it is high. Jason with a little too much on that one.
Yeah, little too much steam, a little bit too high for the receiver. Got a little bit of pressure from the inside. Liked us to see it get a little bit more, but you know what? They did what they had to do, get off the field on 3rd down. Any coach will tell you on the defensive side of the ball, great job no matter how it has to happen, gentlemen. We're getting the ball back.
Zerke could not come up with that one. Still the Eaglets are back in punt formation. Doman will kick it away. La Canaria back around his own 25-yard line, hoping to get a little space to return this one.
Very important to catch the ball on a good punter, even if he just catches it for a fair catch.
Kick is up. It is away. And La Canaria calls for the fair catch. He brings it in at the 27, where the men in orange will take over.
Again, I'm not sure if you know the averages, but it's an average of about 16 yards if you let a punt hit and let it roll, which is a 1st down and a half plus. So right there, just by catching that, instead of getting the ball near the 14, we've got the ball outside the 25-yard line in pretty good starting position.
Well, both defenses have settled in a little bit, Coach, after scoring spree early. Coulter throws. La Canaria brings it in, and he is just across the 35-yard line.
Well, I love how they took advantage of the second receiver was not covered at all. I'm telling you right now, they're going to run number 1 off deep one time and hit that same thing, get a little bit bigger play. I just like how they took advantage. Hey, they're giving you a little 5 yards. We'll take it, fall down, turn it into 7, 8 yards. Nice play. You can see they're in the same defense here with a little more room in there. Take advantage of it. Take what they give you. That's what football is all about.
Coulter right over the middle. Garrity brings it in for the 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Garrity must have to have a little bit of scuffle to make a nice catch. That was an excellent job.
Sure was.
Very nice job securing that in a 1st down catch.
So Brother Rice moving with 3:24 to play before the half. They're at their own 44-yard line. Ray takes it, and he has another huge hole. He's got lots of room, cuts back toward the middle, and he may do it again. He did. Ray with another touchdown, this time from 56 yards out.
I will tell you what an explosive player and what a difference maker. That's a 49, a 48, and 2 touchdowns after a 56-yard run. Wow, what an explosion.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This kid single-handedly has changed this game and is winning this game.
Absolutely. Want to credit Mr. Devereaux on the edge there with a nice little block. So instead of maybe a 20-yard game, he gets a little block out there, just absorbs the corner. Bautista, a great athlete, and instead he gets to explode up the middle. Touchdown, Brother Rice, 17-3, exactly what the doctor ordered for them.
And again, on to Ray. How about running away from guys?
From St. Mary's.
Yes.
From St. Mary's.
Yes.
Anybody who knows, there's a lot of speed on St. Mary's team.
Guys right there with him, and he just flat out says, hey, no, sir, Jesse Owens 100-meter dash, I'm out of here.
There you go, and let's count another 6.
So it is 17-3, Brother Rice with another tally. And you mentioned it, a 48-yard run on the opening possession. That ends in 3. He then runs a 49-yard touchdown run. And now here late in the second quarter, Nolan Ray with a 56-yard touchdown run. And that puts us where we are right now with 3:08 to play before the break.
Absolutely a difference maker. You now have to account for great people on the edge, and Mealy and Lacaneri and Gianni, Devereaux, and then here's this explosive back.
And we're getting that squib, as you mentioned, Coach. It is taken by Tyler Crockett, and that's exactly what you said. You said, look, man, Terrence Batiste Jr. has darn near gotten us twice. We're not letting him do it again.
And if I can give them the ball on the 28 instead of the 46, I'm going to do it every single time. Make them get that extra 2-3 first downs. Very good strategy. I like it. And great coverage. Great
Absolutely.
coverage.
Right there on him. So they have 3:07 to try to make something happen. They will throw it. And he's got a man wide open over the middle. It's Nick Williams. Rocco Milia on the tackle, and Coach, we've seen their big plays, both kind of the same. Little seam up the middle, boom, nails them.
I'll tell you what, if safety does not have good eye discipline on those tight ends and he comes inside looking to stop that run on the fake, it really puts you in a bind, and we're seeing St. Mary's exploit that.
So the big 6'4", 215-pounder with another one up the middle. 2:35 to play before they head to the locker room. And how about number 32, Oscar McWood does not let him get away. Brought down after a loss of 3.
Well, he's a very good tackler. You know, a lot of times that'll be a great blitz. You'll just hit the guy and try and knock him down. He wraps him up, twists him down. Good old hawk tackling, get them down, and put them behind the sticks big time for a run team. Very, very well-timed blitz and a great tackle.
You love that guy, don't you, Coach?
He's good. He's very good. His older brother's very proud of him right now.
Yeah, older brother had a nice play this week as well. We'll get into that later. Now under 2 minutes to go. They throw again. And this one is almost picked off. Rocco Milia almost had it as he goes to the ground. The clock does stop. 3rd and very long this time with 1:49 to play.
And there you see right now, good eye discipline. Tight end goes high hat, which means he's going to release up the field, not block. They got 2 guys, one outside, one inside on him. Takes away that. It would have been a perfect throw. Unfortunately, we covered it up. And again, we've got them right behind the sticks.
So the Eaglets right at midfield. Need a big play. Ross is going to try to do it himself. He takes off, and he has done it. Maybe not. Yeah, I think they're going to give it to him after that last little push. Ross picks up that 13 yards. 1:40 to play. Orchard Lake will take over at their own 40. Looking to put some points on the board before they stop it. And we've got a timeout by the Eaglets.
I like when coaches utilize their strengths. Jason is a very good runner. He's just had, this is his first week, a full 100% back throwing, made a couple errant throws. But you know what? Use his abilities. You know, he's going to come back and make some throws, I'm telling you, later on in the game. But right now, use his abilities. And as a runner, athlete, phenomenal job. He was a safety receiver. They said, hey, Jason, we need a quarterback. We need someone to take over this team. Will you do that? Of course I will, Coach. Wherever the team needs, I'm taking care of. And what a great leader. Great job right there. Fortunately, we stopped him before he gets too much of a big play, and we got a chance with 1:33 here to play some defense and get back off the field.
Yeah, designed run. He took off as soon as he caught the ball. How about the extra little push, though? And he got right to where he needed to get to, which was the 40-yard line.
Yeah, tough kid, good athlete.
And you mentioned he picked up an offer this week.
Yeah, he's got a Valpo offer to Valparaiso, again, as an athlete receiver. Lawrence Tech has offered him, and as I mentioned earlier, John Carroll.
He'll try to make something happen right here. He is going to throw it again. He has a man wide open, and it is Williams again, and he gets out of bounds this time. Coach defender kind of slipped on that one.
Yeah, you know what, and he took advantage of it. This time puts the ball in a good spot for his guy. Miko's a little bit late on that one. End up making a good short tackle, but big pickup for the Eaglets.
Well, that has been a great connection so far for the Eaglets today. Ross to Williams, and they are still moving it here.
One of the best friends for a quarterback is a big tight end at any level, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Absolutely. And he gets out of bounds, which may have been the most important thing on that play.
Absolutely.
They got them all in the backfield again this time. Then it will be Aiden, and he gets down to the 20 before finally getting taken down. The clock is moving.
Excellent tackle by Rocco again, just like McWood did a little bit earlier. You know, get him around, twist him down, make a tackle. Make a tackle. Good job there, keeping him to the 3 yards.
Clock still running as they huddle up.
I believe St. Mary's is down to 1 timeout, if I'm not mistaken, so they're going to try and save that if they can.
Got receivers split wide. Ross fires, incomplete, going back to Williams right at that first down marker.
And Melia right on the coverage on that one. Excellent job getting in his back hip. Tough for the quarterback right there to put it in a good spot. Everybody wants him to. It's just not as easy to throw, and he was wide open as earlier in the earlier catch. Down to 48 seconds here, and Wright's got to put up that wall.
So it'll be 3rd and 8 at just on the other side of the 20-yard line. 48.6 on the clock. They still have 1 timeout. Orchard Lake, that is. Pronouns, pal. Ross with time. He tucks, and he gets out of bounds. Lance Williams there, along with Jackson Manelli.
Held him for a minimal gain. Great hustle, rallying to the football. He did get out of bounds for them to stop the clock, but 4th and long here.
But you got that long leg as well. Do you go with that, or are you taking a shot here?
Well,
Coach?
now that I see him run on the field, I'm going to look like a genius. I think they're going to go with that. But you know what? In St. Mary's, they've got to come out with something positive. This is a good drive for them, and they just got struck on a big lightning run by the running back. So let's get our 3 when we know it. I think it's a good coaching move here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. From the 27, Tommy Doman. Kick is up, and the kick is good. With 35.3 on the clock, Orchard Lake St. Mary's puts another 3 on the board. They now trail Brother Rice 17-6.
It always takes the 3 parts. It's a great snap, a quick hold. We had a guy coming off the edge, but because they do their job very proficiently, and the kicker is on time, strong leg, it's 3 points instead of not being 3 points. Very good job by center, holder, and kicker there.
And you're still down double digits, but 17-6. Hey, that looks a whole lot better than 17-3.
Yep, and again, going in with the possibility at halftime to get the last scores, what you're thinking as a coach, instead of not, hey, if they make a defensive play and we get nothing, boy, you're kind of heading your heads are in your chest a little bit there. And instead, hey, guys, all right, let's build off that. That's what the message is going to be in there.
And you get the ball.
And you get the
coming
ball.
out of the half.
Absolutely. So, like they always talk about, score, then score.
Cole Lockenaria back this time at about his own 5-yard line. Velasquez has batting back there, but we saw him come off the field earlier in the game.
And I do not believe we're going to see a squib kick. I believe he's going to try and hammer this thing again and put Brother Rice at the 20.
Oh. Well, it's going to be Devereaux with it. And look at this. Well, Coach,
I think next time they should have him kick it out of the end zone so Brother Rice starts on the 20.
why would you do that there, Coach?
I have to tell you, I'm not sure what the philosophy was there, to be honest with you, with a great kicker. Again, if they got to go 80 every time, your chances are very good in high school that they're not going to. I'm not sure why they would pop it up. And you know what? We are here now, 44-yard line.
Right.
With a kid who's already run a 56, 49, and 48-yard run, and we got some pretty good receivers.
And 29 ticks on the clock. Here comes Coulter. Quick throw right over the middle. Cole Lockenaria, he had him. Throw was a hair off, but Coach might have been one you want to bring in.
Yeah, Cole makes that catch 9 out of 10 times, if not 99 out of 100. He just probably didn't get his head around, little focus, not right there, and it was a little bit low, but you know what? You've got to help out your guy right there. Good old line protection, make the catch.
Those things happen. The only thing you hear about him, man, he's got some hands. He got some hands.
Unbelievable.
It happens here and there, and it happened that time. 2nd and 10 with 25 ticks on the clock. They go back to Ray. Why not? All he's done all day is pick up a ton of yards. He picks up the first down on this one. The clock is running. They are not calling the timeout. And they kill the clock.
Well, I'll tell you what, the white hat started running that clock immediately, well before the chains were moved. And right now the box up here is going a little crazy, Brother Rice coaches.
Yes, they are not thrilled with that decision. 12.1 now sits on the clock after Coulter killed it. What are you looking here for, Coach?
Well, I think, they've got a timeout or two left. I think you can still utilize the middle of the field. I liked the trip set they had and hitting that number 3 or number 2. They're going to go back to it here. Maybe get on inside here with Corey, hit Gianni. Let's see.
3 up top for Coulter. That's where he's looking, but he's going to dump it off to Ray. And he's going to get out of bounds at the 38-yard line with 6.4 left on the scoreboard.
Boy, again, I don't know Nolan very well. I've actually never met him. But watching him play, he caught that ball, darted for what he could get, immediately out of bounds, knew what he had to do. Excellent job.
So it's 3rd and 1, but more concerning than the 3rd and 1, 6.4 on the clock. And you're at the 39, 38 maybe. Coach, what do you call here?
Well, you got a decision to make here. Do I try and pop maybe a 10, 15-yard pass, which I could probably get down the field and do? I'm sure their safeties are going to play soft. Or, are you going to try and, chuck one up there? But if you get a first down, you do stop the clock with a run. Got some options, but you're pretty far from the end zone, and holding those guys out if they bring a blitz is going to be a little bit tough. So I'm going to think they're going to try and get it out of his hand pretty quickly and see what happens on 3rd and 1.
Owen Pardee, the kicker for Brother Rice. Let's see if they go short and give him a shot.
And I'm guessing that's what they're thinking here. And, hey, you pop one, you get one. That's phenomenal. But looks like we're going to go empty here.
Got Devereaux running to the top of your screen. Rocco Milia all the way down with Cole Lockenaria next to him. And Gianni.
Bowman, yep.
Oh, and he might get in trouble, and he is. He's knocked down. But there is a flag at the top of your screen.
I'm thinking that they've got illegal motion. We were approaching the line. Looked like he was going to get reset, but you can't approach the line in motion and not reset. You've got to reset yourself or it's an illegal motion or illegal shift.
Throw it up to the end zone. Hail Mary. Why not? Hail Mary.
And there you go, Coach. Penalty is declined. That brings up 4th down. Brother Rice calls the timeout because that clock would.
And there's that scenario where you're talking about really holding out really good, fast athletes for a long time to get the ball down the field, which is what Jake was looking to do. Would have liked a quick pop one, but you know what? I haven't been to all their practices. I don't know what their best plays are quite yet, and I think they were probably trying to go for one and either pop it or, like you said, set up Pardee for a field goal.
Well, if you've seen him play, Jake Coulter can throw the ball, and you know he can throw it because he is a baseball commit from Kentucky. He will be a pitcher at the University of Kentucky. So if anybody can chuck this sucker, he is the guy that can do it.
Absolutely. He can get the ball down the field. Just needs some time. Maybe have Nolan in the backfield here for an extra blocker.
3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Ray right next to Coulter. He's going to try to chuck it. He steps up, and he does. He has got Gianni down there, and he's got it! Unbelievable! Touchdown, Brother Rice, as the clock expires.
Phenomenal job by the left guard. I believe it's Matt Hindy, who ended up picking up the end, who just sacked us there a minute ago, Nick Williams. And Jake steps up inside that block, goes opposite field, and Gianni with amazing focus. Touchdown, Brother Rice. What a huge play for Brother Rice.
So the point after is up. The point after is good. And everything we just said about 17-6, forget all that. That momentum has completely swung as far the other way as you can go. A walk-off touchdown, Hail Mary to Gianni Delamonte as time expires. Brother Rice.
Lawrence Technological University understands the importance of visiting a campus before enrolling in your college career. Here in 2020, LTU is offering the next best thing. 2 virtual open houses with tons of ways for you to investigate everything this nationally recognized university has to offer. Simply known as Blue Devil Days, you can explore their renowned academic programs in architecture, design, engineering, technology, science, and business. There's also an opportunity to hear about the admissions process and an overview of financial aid. You'll end the day with a student panel able to speak to current LTU students specifically about their college experience. The virtual Blue Devil Days are Saturday, November 14th and Saturday, December 12th, so be sure to RSVP today before space runs out. Just head over to upcoming.ltu.edu, click on Events and Tours, and then click on Virtual Events. The next 4 years are going to be the most important of your life. Do yourself a service and check out Lawrence Technological University.
If you let the state know right now, they'll ruin our season. Let's go.
And finally yesterday, a Catholic League Classic. 2 undefeateds. Brother Rice hosting Orchard Lake St. Mary's in white. Second quarter, Rice with a little creativity off the Darnell Johnson pick. Jim Wojciechowski inside the 10. Rice scored 2 plays later. They led 7-0 at the half.
We got to play tougher, fellas. I don't think we're playing tough enough. We got to play tough. Get off the ball. Offensive, defensive line. We got to wrap up on our tackles.
First drive of the third quarter. Warriors QB Charlie Hennigan bursting through 3 Eaglets for a 25-yard beauty. Rice pulling away 14-zip. Then in the ensuing kickoff, though, Eaglet sophomore Deontay Allen found a seam and says, "Don't count us out of the W yet." All the way down to the 5, which led to an Orchard Lake St. Mary's TD. But the Warriors' running game was simply too strong. John Goebel with a hard-nosed 12-yarder, securing the win. Warriors win 28-7. They go to Ford Field 8-0.
It feels good!
Brother Rice against Orchard Lake St. Mary. John Goebel, 41 yards to the 5. Warriors scored 2 plays later, 7-6 game. But the Eaglets have a stunning sophomore. Deontay Allen takes the kickoff, and watch this. An 87-yard foot race to the barn. Eaglets led by 8 at the half.
He's a sophomore! He's a sophomore!
We've got 2 more quarters to play. Okay? This can be one of the greatest victories that you ever can handle.
On to the fourth quarter. Rice still down 8. Watch John Goebel again, and watch his legs. He wasn't down. Alertly he popped up, 45 yards and a 6-spot. So the Warriors have needed a 2-pointer to tie. Not today, though. The Eaglets are going to the regionals. They win 18-16. Finally to the Catholic League for a heavyweight duel, Orchard Lake St. Mary's and Brother Rice. Rice led early 7-0, but the Eaglets got it back. Justin Siller to Anthony Bowman, 64 yards, 7-7 game. And OLSM didn't stop there. Siller must be a Michael Vick fan because he looked like him here. "63 yards for Justin, 14-7. But Rice would get that one back. Mike Capetta to Kaunda Hancock for the TD. Warriors were down 17-14 at the half.
Oh, second half is our half, and no one stopped, and we keep going.
But in these games, mistakes often turn the tables, and this one did. Pat Carroll took the loose ball out of the air at the Rice 42.
Let's go!
How's this for going? Torian Washington from Siller. The Eaglets held off the Warriors 24-21 to win the Catholic League crown. They'll meet again next week in the Prep Bowl.
Give every ounce you have to this game right now.
And in the big school game, Brother Rice and Orchard Lake St. Mary's for the second week in a row. Second quarter, OLSM in red already up 6-0, getting more. Justin Stiller to Mick Kanachek, 70 yards, 13-0 Eaglets at the half.
You gotta be a smart football team, guys. Hey, go out and have fun and play a great second half.
Third quarter, more OLSM. Stiller to Anthony Bowman, this time 21 yards, and a 20-0 lead. Rice needed a lift.
We are Brother Rice! We are Brother Rice!
The Warriors did try to get back in it. Andy Lynch to John Grubble, 25 yards, 20-7, but that would be it for a 20-7 Orchard Lake St. Mary's victory.
1, 2, 3,
This was the third meeting between Brother Rice and Orchard Lake St. Mary's. The Catholic League champs came in at 11-0, beating Rice twice this year. Second half, Rice up 3-zip. Running back John Goebel around the edge for 11 yards in the score. The Warriors went up 10-0. Later, though, the Eaglets faced fourth down on offense, needing 16 yards. Nick Niemczek delivered to Rico Rhodes for the score. St. Mary's within 2, 10-8. They then needed 2 to tie. The Warriors held them to keep their 2-point lead. 3 minutes to go now in the fourth. Rice tried to put it away. John Henry scores from 15 yards out. Brother Rice, regional champions, 17-8. They'll face Adams now.
We're really happy, we came out, we wanted to win this one so bad because they beat us twice and they beat us last year. They took us out of the playoffs and just team game, everybody played their heart out, every ounce.
You can't go out there and loaf. You can't take a break for one play tonight. Every single play. Everything you got.
Warriors, hoping to win for the first time at Orchard Lake St. Mary's. We begin in the second quarter. Game scoreless, Rice driving. This is the senior Devin Church getting the pitch, 10 yards before he's brought down at the Eaglet 8. That would set up a 25-yard field goal attempt by the junior Andrew Toad. Count it. Brother Rice led 3-0 at the half. Orchard Lake St. Mary's 4-1 on the year. In the third quarter, senior kicker Nathan Perry able to knock through this 28-yard field goal. It was 3-3 into the fourth.
Hey, last year we made history when we beat CC. This year, this is so much bigger. Let's make history. I believe in all of you. You should believe in yourself. Do this for that man. That man done so much for us, we can't even explain it. Let's do it for him. Let's go. 100. Let's go.
Let's go late in the game. Orchard Lake St. Mary's driving. But here, on 4th and 4 from the Rice 11, the Warrior defense stuffs Keelan Smith. Rice gets the rock back. And they had their chance with under 2 minutes left. But the Eaglet D mans up and returns a favor. Church on 4th and 1. Stop. 30 seconds left now. Orchard Lake trying to get into the end zone before the end of regulation. But senior quarterback Dan Clements is picked by Brother Rice's Cody Ellwanger. 2 plays later, 7 seconds left now. Toth with the chance to give Brother Rice the win. Why? We were tied at 3 heading into overtime.
Together, we want to be together, we want to have poise, we don't want to make any mistakes. You understand? Yes, sir! All right, we're going to be okay. Come on, right?
Brother Rice would get the ball first. Junior quarterback Shane Lacanario rolls and connects with his senior wideout Brian Roney. 10-yard TD. They miss the PAT, however, the lead at 9-3. Back come the Eaglets. Facing 3rd and goal from the 17, Clements gets it to Chris Wolin, and the senior does the rest. Touchdown, Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Game tied at 9.
Go! Let's go!
Kick the extra point, ball game. It's all on place kicker Nathan Perry. Money. Orchard Lake St. Mary's remains unbeaten at home against Brother Rice. 10-9 the final.
Last time we said we had to find something. We had to find something. We didn't know how it was going to go.
Oh, we did,
I'll tell you what. Okay, stop tonight.
I'm here with Chris Wolin. You win the final touchdown, and you guys won. How does it feel?
Oh, man, it feels amazing, man. We never lost to Brother Rice on this field, never will, man. Just had that in mind. I did what I did. We played hard.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we go to a Catholic League Central Division class as Orchard Lake St. Mary's went on the road to take on Birmingham Brother Rice. Looking to extend its winning streak to 28 in a row, Brother Rice driving in the second quarter down 7-0. The Mr. Football candidate Alex Malzone connects with Brian Fortin for the 8-yard touchdown. We were tied at 7 apiece going into halftime. St. Mary's was the last team to beat Brother Rice. That was 2 years ago. This is Ryan Johnson for the Eaglets, breaking free down the sideline for the 80-yard score. They would miss the PAT, but Orchard Lake takes a 13-7 lead. It was a record-breaking night for Brother Rice. Malzone gets it to his favorite target. That's Grant Perry for the 37-yard touchdown. Malzone threw for 4 touchdown passes in a single-game school record of 419 yards passing. Perry also set a school record with 257 yards receiving as Brother Rice wins it. 28-20 is the final.
Another big Catholic League Central Division clash took place at Wisner Stadium. Orchard Lake St. Mary's coming in at 1-1.
1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Taking on 1-1 Brother Rice. And make no bones about it, the Warriors, with a half dozen players out due to injury and quarantine, chips were down. It was clear they would have to dig deep.
Everyone digs tonight. It's going to close out. You're going to breathe in the dirt. And you got to decide right now how easy it would be to lay down and die. How easy it would be to accept that warmth, close my eyes, and say, you know what, I'm done. That's on you. Everyone grabs their shovel. Digs, till their hands bleed. dig tonight. Grab a shot.
State Champs Game Time Live on hand for the play-by-play. And from the outset, you knew this one was going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight. First quarter, the 6'6" junior quarterback for the Warriors, Jake Coulter, coming into his own as a signal caller. Passes complete to Nick Devereaux, and he's in Eaglet territory. But from behind, junior linebacker Jordan Cannon will punch it free. Orchard Lake St. Mary's recovers. Still in the first, and Eaglets on the move. They love to pound the rock. Give is to the 6'1" senior Lance Hilly. He's got a...
Welcome back to the high school football playoffs, Division III action here, the district semifinals. Clock ticking down at the half. It is 24-6. Brother Rice, after a touchdown, 46 yards at the buzzer. Gianni Del Monte, incredible. The throw from Coulter. Ryan Slocum, Coach Pop here with you. Coach, big plays, the name of the game in the first half.
And I'll tell you what, we mentioned it early and mentioned it often. When you have a balance on offense, it's really difficult to play one side or the other. Now, granted, that's a last-minute Hail Mary shot, but big play in the passing game. They've had some big first downs. And, of course, I believe the story of the first half is monster runs by Nolan Ray.
Absolutely. He had a 48-yard run that set up a field goal on the very first possession of the game. Then a 49-yard touchdown and a 56-yard touchdown run. And then, of course, what we just talked about, the big 46-yard play at the buzzer, set up, Coach, by maybe a questionable call. You pooch kick it. Instead of booting it through the end zone, Devereaux brings it back to midfield, and that sets up your Hail Mary.
And again, you asked me, and I said I don't know the philosophy on it. And I know there was one. They're a solid coaching staff over there.
Oh, yeah.
But when you have a kid in high school in particular who can put the ball in the end zone pretty much on a regular basis, almost all the time, and you set up the offense on, the 20-yard, that's 80 yards. That's a long field. And instead, they pooch it, and he doesn't just fair catch it.
Right.
He runs for 30 yards, and now you're on the other side of the 50-yard line. You've got a shot, and sure enough, they took advantage of it.
And I'll tell you, we always talk about their skill positions here. I don't know if I want to do that against a Brother Rice team who has players like a Nick Devereaux who are playing three lines up, who are taking the ball when you're doing that pooch kick. That's not a linebacker or a lineman or, a big fella. Nick Devereaux, that kid can play some wide receiver, and
he's
that
done
who was bringing it back.
Phenomenal job. And again, like I said, less experienced kid, maybe a fullback who's in there for blocking. Maybe he fair catches it or catches it and falls down. You see it all the time.
Right.
Devereaux says, here's another opportunity to be a good athlete. I got a little wall blocking. Bam, 50-yard line and turns it into a huge play, in particular since Rice is kicking to St. Mary's. If you remember, we're talking 17-3. Now it's 17-6. We're getting the ball, score. They flip the table on that, get a score in between there, and now they're up 24-6. It's a different ball game.
Well, and we've talked enough about the offense. Obviously, they have done a great job for Brother Rice, that is. But how about this defense as well? They played well, only allowed a pair of field goals. They got a fourth down stop in there. What are you liking about what you're seeing from them?
Well, I really like the fact that they're tackling well on the big kids on those first dives and traps that St. Mary's notoriously runs on first down. If you can win first down against them, you've got a really good chance to keep behind the chains. Maybe they miss a pass here or there, then bam, you're making them punt or getting the ball back, you're off the field. I think their speed and, again, getting your players back, working together, getting that chemistry, what better time than the playoffs to get it in a big game against a rival, St. Mary's?
Well, you mentioned it at the beginning. St. Mary's only threw the ball 5 times last week. They didn't need to throw it a ton last week in their playoff opening win. You thought they'd open it up a little bit more today. They have done that. Nick Williams has come up with some big catches. But now after that last-second touchdown, they're down 3 scores, and they only have 1 half to play. How do they catch up?
Well, I also want to mention about the defense. You know what they've not given up? If you remember, they had a monster run in the game 1.
Yeah, absolutely.
When,
Aiden Boyle, Tommy Boss.
Absolutely. And it was actually number 6 on that one, if you remember. Cannon big 80-yard run, set up their first touchdown run. They've not given up that tonight. It's been chip, 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 and Rice has done a phenomenal job. So no big plays, which was number one on Coach K's list. Cannot give them the big play. Because right now you're saying, hey, we're up 3 scores. We got them where they want. Let them run the ball. We'll just keep making tackles. Don't give up the big play, guys. Let's go. Stay solid.
The only time they have given up any sort of a chunk has been those to the tight end over the middle where you're getting 15, maybe 20, and that's been about it. In the running game, they have been solid.
Absolutely. And, again, the tackling, the technique, and getting guys to the ground. You know, the days of always the big hit without wrapping, you know, we're going away from that. Get the head out of football. Safer tackles, and you know what? They're obviously practicing and doing a great job.
You got to love it going into the final 2 quarters here for Brother Rice. They lead it 24-6 as they get set to kick off to start this 3rd quarter. And you called it again, Coach. We get a squib. Nice little return as far as he could go. And Orchard Lake St. Mary's will take over at about the 39. Once again, you mentioned it. They're not going to let Terrence Batiste beat them returning the ball.
Absolutely. And you know what? Tyler Crocker does a good job there, but you know what? They're not to the 50. And Batiste was 2 steps away from going twice. Very good coaching job on that. You know, everyone thinks it's just a simple change, but it's really changes the game. Make them get that extra first down.
And it has worked so far. First play from scrimmage for the Eaglets. And another good tackle pickup of only about a half a yard that time.
Well, I'll tell you what, Michael Wayne on that play from the backside, what a great job. First interior plugs up the trap hole, slows the back, running back down's got a bounce, and he ended up making a great tackle from behind. Nice job.
Tommy
Great hustle.
Boss with nowhere to go on first down. And again, Coach, as you mentioned, winning first down.
And putting him at 2nd and 9 is right where you want a running team.
Nowhere to throw, but how about this elusiveness by the QB? He's got a long way to go. Jason taking this one down to the 31-yard line. Huge pickup there by Ross.
So impressed. He goes to throw the hitch to the right side of the field. Great coverage out there. Lance Williams on the wide receiver. Pulls it down, ends up running for 20-plus yards. Good athlete. Nice play. Good thing we pushed him out before he gets any more.
Yep, he got that edge, and he took it around the left side down to the 31.
We got Cannon now into the backfield, it looks like. I think they remembered the big, long run he had last time. You know what? We got to play our players. Here we are down 3 scores. Got to get everybody in and see what happens.
Big players make big plays. That's what they're hoping from number 6, who takes it. And he's going to pick up 2.
Taylor on the tackle. Nice job by the defensive end, sinking down there. Linebacker forcing him to stay inside. Good job, plug up a hole.
Now, Coach, when you got a kid named Aristotle, you don't call him Taylor. You got to call him Aristotle now.
You do.
You have to.
Okay, I'll go with Aristotle from now on. Thanks for that reminder. I appreciate you. Good call there, Ryan.
Number 95 is who we're talking about, Aristotle Taylor with that tackle, the senior. How about 6'7", 235? I'll call him whatever he wants me to call him.
That's right.
You know, Ross to throw it. He's got a man. Brought down by the Rock. Amelia hits Williams, and that has been his man all afternoon or evening.
And they split him out there this time. Give him a little space, see what can happen. Good throw, good pickup. They're going to be 3rd and about 4 here. So let's hopefully can, again, get them off the field, although I'm going to guess at this point this is 2-play territory for them because I don't think 3 is going to do you what you want at this point. They need some touchdowns, down 3 scores.
Nope, not with the clock moving now, under 10 minutes in the 3rd. It is 3rd and 4 from the 25. Ross rolls right. He will throw. He's got nowhere to go. He gets hammered right there on the sideline. That'll set up 4th down.
Boy, phenomenal job. Jackson Manelli flying over there to get him, make him force a bad throw. And contrary to what I thought that would be a rundown for them and go for another one, maybe get 2-3 on that one and then have 4th and short, but they went with the throw. Let's see what they'll do here. To me, it would probably say it's a throwdown, or if I'm Rice, watch that QB draw.
Well, like you said, when you're down 24-6 with your season on the line, you break out whatever you need to break out. They thought they could fool them. Brother Rice wasn't falling for it. Here we go, 4th and 4 at the 25. Ross will throw. Rolls right again. Lets it fly. He has a man, made a great catch down to the 5-yard line. How about going up to get that one?
Yeah, Ray Zerke on that one. Worked with him all summer long. Jason did, I know, because they came out and threw a lot with us. Great combination there. And I really like the decision on Jason. That's a must throw down. It is 4th down and 5. You must throw the football. Hey, if Rice picks it off and they're at the 5, but instead we make a good catch, good throw, and now we're down there, 5-yard line, 1st and goal to go.
And after getting hit on the sideline last down, how about the patience? Waited, fired at the last second.
Tough
right
kid with poise and courage.
This time up the middle, nowhere to go. That was Cannon back in there.
His helmet came off again. I
Might need
tighten
to
up that chin strap so it
that
stays on.
sucker
That can
up.
get dangerous in there.
Yeah, second time he's lost it today as he goes off the field.
Mr. McWood, eyes on big time when Cannon's in the backfield. He's in on that tackle again. So we got some locking areas in Hawaii. We got some locking areas in California. Everyone's tuning in, locking area family. So shout out to you guys in Cali as well.
The West Coasters.
Telling you.
2nd and goal. This is touchdown.
Tyler
Eaglets.
Crockett. Tyler Crockett, who made the
15 yards. It's going to be on St. Mary's after the play.
made the squib kick run. Ends up running in for a touchdown there.
And we have a Warrior down, but in the end zone, if you missed it, there was also a Warrior down. Didn't see who it was. And late, Eaglet coming over and giving it to him when he was on the ground in the end zone. That's why you see that yellow flag in the back.
Often talk about the difference between emotion and passion, and you can't let emotion overtake you. You know, that's a big drive, that's a big score, and I understand how you get fired up, but you just can't do that and put your guy now having to kick 15 yards further back.
Yeah, especially when you do something great, and that is number 27. That is the Rock. Rocco Milia, a little shaken up on the play.
And as we mentioned earlier, Dad's going to go out there and make sure the player's okay. It just happens to be his son this time.
He's got him up. Still not walking back this way, though. Yeah, Coach, that's something you just can't do, though, especially when you cut the lead to 24-12. 13, depending on the kick. And now you got a flag.
Yep. Tough putting weight in that. He is walking a little bit, though.
Well, Coach, if you can't play for a little bit, obviously you're talking about a Mr. Football candidate. You're talking about a guy that does it on both sides of the ball. Hasn't broken away on the offensive side yet today, but on any down, he is capable of doing that.
Absolutely. It takes one of their weapons away. But in this sport, as you well know, much like in life, and they're saying it right now, next guy's got to be ready to go, and hopefully they've been prepared. We talked about that early in the year when the young guys were playing.
But that is one of the biggest weapons, if not just in the area, in the entire state. Doman's kick up, and it is good. So with 8:24 now to play in the third quarter, it is 24-13. Got to be impressed with the St. Mary's drive, especially after what happened just before the half. Not shaking it all. They come right back at them.
You know, and Rice had him in a good spot to D and get off the field. Big run by Jason Ross. They had him again in the spot, 4th down and about 4.5, 5 yards, and he hits a big throw. But like we say, at whatever team, when you're in a big game, you've got to make some plays. And that's what he did, is make some plays right there for his team.
Absolutely did. Keeping an eye on Rocco down there. He's sitting on the bench. Looks like he's just kind of shaken up a little bit. Can't tell exactly. They're not looking at anything on him.
Might have just had his bell rung. Let's hope it's not something more serious.
Buddy's coming over, tapping him on the shoulder. Cole Lockenaria is back. And the big fella puts the big leg into it this time. And back through the end zone.
I'm not sure why the personal foul was not marked off on the kickoff. They must have picked it up and said it was not, maybe in judgment in the conversation, that it was during the play and not after the whistle. That's all I can think of here.
Well, here come the Warriors looking to respond. They take over at their own 20-yard line.
They need to put a drive together here.
Number 11 in the backfield this time. He takes it, and he's got a huge hole. Wrap that thing up, and he's still moving. How about the fight by Miko across the 40? That's going to be a pickup of 21.
Great job by the O-line again. Huge hole for him to run through. And that right there is a little bit of a difference in what we're talking about, and making some good, solid, sure tackles versus trying to do something a little bit more and end up being about an 8 or 9 yard extra run. And, now they're nearing the 50-yard line.
It may have caught them off guard a little bit. With Nolan Ray not out there, they hand to the other guy. Well, the other guy, all he does is goes and picks up 21. Now Brother Rice at midfield. Great run by Stewart. Great hole, as you mentioned.
O-line playing very well tonight. Really proud of those guys.
And he'll take it again. And once again, the vision. He's brought down almost to the 50-yard line. That is a pickup of 8.
Got Lucas Whalen on a tackle, but not before an 8-yard run. And if you're on offense and starting at 2nd and 2, you get to pick and choose what you want. We just found out that Rock's got a little ice on his knee. So fortunately, it's not something in the head area. Thank goodness for that. We'll have to see what the end up of the prognosis will be. If I were guessing, it does not look like he's getting ready to go back in, though.
No, not at all. Head down over there. A lot of pats on the shoulder still. 2nd and 2. Coulter pump fakes, throws, and this one is into the net.
Again, not a bad throw by Jake. He had a receiver in the area. Kind of go back shoulder, our guy or nobody, and not giving up the ball. It's 3rd down and 2, and see what Rice can come up with offensively here. Big play here for both sides.
Absolutely.
Turn this into a 1st down, continue a drive, and St. Mary's is hoping like crazy to force the punt.
And then he moves up more. His head is over the ball. This dude don't call this, I swear to God.
Coulter hands it off, and that will be a first. And guess what? No, it will not be a touchdown. Thought we were going to call another long one. Instead, it is a pickup of 36 yards.
Well, Miko Stewart puts that right foot in around, gets in the outside. Cole Lockenair from the receiver position ends up sealing the defensive end there and turns that into a big gain. So that answers our question about 1st down or a stop. Great job. Again, always takes 11 in this game to have success.
Absolutely. I thought we were going to get another 40, 50-yard touchdown run. Got caught. Great tackle there. Way to stay with it. But Brother Rice back in business here on 1st down. Miko nowhere to go this time. He's brought down by 3 Eaglets.
Yeah, a little double blitz on there. You know what? Don't give that up again. Good play. Cannon coming in there. Williams coming in there. And the big fella, Charles Collins, up in there. Strong play from the nose position.
So it's a loss of 2. Second and 12 from the 20. Just inside of it. 5:25 to play in the third. Coulter heavily pressured, and Williams going to bring him down around the 29-yard line. Looked like he may have had a man, Coach.
Yeah, I think over the middle, the guy sat down a little Y stick route. I think he initially was covered. As Jake moved, he was open a little bit, and he just didn't want to pull the string on that one. Need a big play here, though. Again, try and get yourself in a manageable field goal position is really your goal. Either that or let's put Gianni in the game and throw it up to him and see if we don't score again.
And once again, you got Rocco Milia over on the sideline, sitting down on the bench, ice bag on his knee. And we're going to get a timeout. With 4:23 to play in the third, Warriors looking at a 3rd and 17.
That's a tough ask. Tough ask. I'm not sure why Nolan Ray's not back in the game. I'm wondering if he didn't twinge that ankle that's been bothering him pretty much the whole season.
And that was going to be my next question. We have not seen him at all. Even though Miko's done a great job on this drive, he is not in the game right now. Not positive about him. I see number 17 down here on the sideline without a helmet. Velasquez limping around a little bit by himself over here at the 40-yard line on the other side of the field from everybody else. And you've got the big fella. You got Milia, who has not moved off of that bench since coming out of the game.
Yeah, his knee must be really bothering him. I don't think it's just a twist. I think it's bothering him pretty good. He's a tough kid who would be in there for sure, no matter the score, no matter the situation. So it must be something that they're holding him out for that's, let's hope, not too serious.
You're up 11 late in the third, but this is a huge third down. You need some points here because of what we just said. You don't want to give any breathing room to St. Mary's. So here it is, 3rd and 17.
Got a man-to-man defense, one high safety.
And they hand it off.
Yeah,
big hole, great cut, and Miko is going to go. Touchdown, Brother Rice.
Boy, I'll tell you what, when you've got a run game, it was 3rd and 17. Had a big run, 2 negative plays. We're not throwing the ball up. We're going to let our O-line take over, take advantage of them playing cover 1 where they're going to be running receivers not coming downhill. And, boy, did he make a cut about the 7-yard line. 6 points, Brother Rice.
I'll tell you what, Coach, both of these guys, both Nolan and Miko, they can move side to side. Can they not?
I'm telling you.
Oh, we've got a little trouble with the snap. And we may have a face mask. We do.
Face mask.
Pardee got brought down the hard way, but that is going to cost the Eaglets. And Brother Rice will have another shot.
I want to call another heady play by Pardee. That is a mishandled snap. And instead of just, I'm going to stand here and get my guy crushed, he picks up the ball. He's going to try and run around the end. Now they're going to get the ball on the 1-yard line. And now you make a decision. Go for 2 from the 1, or we just go ahead and kick it.
Well, Pardee is still out there. Looks like he's running back to the middle of the field, although he could be picking up. Face mask is the call. Yep, and it looks like they are going to kick it. No,
and I agree with this wholeheartedly. Absolutely. It's a good decision.
Well, once again, Coach, how about the vision of these kids, and how about the side-to-side lateral movement of both of them?
Just tremendous athletes. Tremendous athletes in space, mind you, who run away from people. And, again, I have to mention, St. Mary's is a team predominantly who is usually faster than most teams they play. And you know what? We've got some tremendous athletes ourselves this year, and you said it, the vision at the right time to make the cut. And instead of being tackled at the 2 and now we're goal-to-goal situation, he finds the end zone. Huge run.
Can you teach that, or is that just kids being athletes and reacting out there.
Well, every coach in the world would love to say, oh, that's my work. We cut on those cones all summer long. No. It's a great athlete who says, I got to do what I'm going to do. I've been blessed with this, and I'm going to go ahead and use it. That's exactly what it is.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach K is blessed with two guys that can do it. We see it there on the touchdown. How about this? Runs of 48, 49, 56. And then that one, about 25 for the touch.
But again, 3rd and 17, handing the ball off. You're thinking, and I know what they're thinking, hey, let's maybe get 7, 8, 9 yards. They're in man. Holy smokes, he just pops to the outside and runs into the end zone.
Little confusion here. Speaking of Coach K, having a little conversation with the white hat down there before we kick this one.
I think Coach K is arguing for ball position here because, it becomes inside the 30, a half the distance to the goal situation. So they're saying it was half the distance to the goal penalty. So instead of being like a 1 yard, this ends up being a longer point after try after they've gotten a penalty. And I'm sure that's what he's arguing down there right now.
From coaching, we talk about everything this kid can do, and you might get sick of hearing it, but another thing Rocco does is hold the ball. And that could be part of what's going on out there.
I believe that's exactly what happened. It's a very good point because it just looked like it was slightly a low snap. But you know what? You're the first guy holder coming off, and Filer's holding the ball for the first time coming off the sideline. And let's see if we don't get a little bit better. I'm going to tell you right now, the center's going to put it right in the middle of his chest. He's going to get it down, and the extra point's going to be good. 1, 2, and 3.
And great kick to get that off, and it's going to be running into the kicker.
And Bautista was the one who had the face mask as well. Tough series right there for Mr. Terrence.
But the kick is up, and the kick is good. 31-13 now. Brother Rice takes the lead. Rocco is off the bench. He is on the sideline walking around, but as we mentioned, big old ice bag on that right knee.
Boy, it's a great sign to see him walking around, though. I'll tell you right now, they would not allow that if they thought it was something a little bit more serious. So that's a great sign, and hopefully that's what it'll be.
But he does have no helmet. He has a little mini bottle of water in his hands. His buddies are all telling him, we got you, big fella. Smiling a little bit down there.
Boy, what a different ball game, eh? We talked about at the beginning. You had a little bit of balance on offense for you. Your defense is still flying around, making really, really good plays. They've only given up 1 touchdown today, a couple of field goals, of course, to a great kicker. Unbelievable.
Well, big plays will do it every time. Big plays will do it every time.
And when you can snap and say, here you go, buddy, and he runs for all those yards, and here you go, buddy, and another guy goes for all those yards, boy, oh boy, does that put you in a really good light offensively. And then your defense comes out and they do their job.
And then you go, hey, Gianni, I'm going to throw this ball up. Go get it.
Absolutely.
Can't forget about that one.
Absolutely. Big plays.
So the penalties declined. Oh, and we have another whistle.
So, again, we had a running into the kicker situation that could have been running into or personal foul. And we see no mark-off on the kickoff. I'm not sure why we wouldn't see that. It's definitely after the kick was gone.
And let's say Coach K moving well, following the referees around. If you can't see him, he's got a boot on there, a little tendonitis issue going on. Moving very well. And here he comes.
We have another aloha from Hawaii, Chris Gade, class of 1977 watching. Tell you what, we're spanning the globe, at least the United States. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. Got Alex Malzones in the house tonight. Talked to him a little bit, talking about Jack and Grant, some guys he played with.
This time the kick is away. And it's your guy Chubbs bringing it back.
Yep, Chubbs the good run there. Excellent job in the tackle. Brennan Parent, nice job hustling down. And again, not to number 1, and they're not near the 50. So job accomplished by the kickoff team. Good job there. Love the tradition on both of these schools, all the Catholic League schools. There are players over in St. Mary's. Alex brought some buddies. He's got Joe and John in the stands with him tonight. You see it all the time at the Catholic League games. You just love it. Actually, all high school teams when the alumni come back. It's just phenomenal.
Gotta love it. Beautiful night as well. Ross going deep, taking a shot. Had a man. It was Zerke. Had a step on him, but he could not get it to him. And that'll be second down.
It's a really, really long pause on the hitch and go. Great job by Lance Williams not to bite and try and jump on that and then stay with him. I do believe he had a step, but you know what? He was in really good phase right there as a defensive back.
Lance is having a good game.
He really is. He's doing some locking down. So you got big plays offensively. You've got a corner taking away big plays on your defense. You've got some tough play on the interior line and linebackers. It's a great combination for victory.
What's that? They both can go in motion at the same time?
Ross going to keep this one. Gets 2. And he's finally brought down.
Again, using that extra blocker, having the quarterback carry the football, gets you an extra hat going towards the defense. Good job by Rice to hold him to 3.5, 4 yards there.
Coach, we know these guys run the ball. They run the ball a lot, but that clock is ticking down. They did take a shot on first down, but do you change anything? Do you start throwing the ball even more?
Well, there's going to be a point where you're going to have to, absolutely. In particular, if you're finding yourself in third and longish positions.
Which is where we are at right now. Ross doesn't have much, and he's going to be brought down big time by who?
Aristotle.
Aristotle. That is correct. Huge sack by my man, number 95.
He's going to get home, get on that bus, text his brother August, and say, see, that's how it's done, August. Should have done that when you were here, buddy, because you know how those brothers are.
Oh, man. You know it. Big loss on that one. That's going to be a loss of 10 on the sack by number 95, Aristotle Taylor. 4th and 20 from their own 20, and Doman's going to have to kick it away.
Great job by the defense. You know, you've been mentioning them all night long. Got to call them out. When you hold great athletes and a good football team to 13 points all the way into the third, and your offense is doing well, you're doing your job.
It's a high kick. Cole Lockenaria is there. He's not going to bring it in. And as you mentioned, that is more than 16 yards, but we do have a flag right at the 40-yard line.
Got to catch that football. Got to get under it. You know, and sometimes as a coach, when it's a really long run, you can understand it. Cole's a superb athlete, phenomenal at getting under that football. They're going to watch film and say, hey, we got to have that catch, and he's going to say, yes, sir, you're right. He'll make that next time.
So we're getting a discussion here on the flag.
Usually this is a hold on the edge, possibly a block in the back. Yep,
there you go.
Holding Rice.
So it is a hold on Brother Rice. That'll push him back even further. 2:13 to play in the third. 31-13 is your score. Brother Rice dealing with a couple of injuries out there, but that has not stopped them.
Tell you what, they have overcome several incidents, either negative plays or a penalty in this case, and have done just a tremendous job overcoming. That is not an easy task, so I'm sure they're going to point that out big time.
Pushed all the way back to the 12. And there's a handoff. Nowhere to go this time.
I thought a little crack opening over here on the right-hand side, but that's one of the things that you do as a coach. You say, you know what? I'm going to take that maybe he didn't hit the hole on that one, because all the times that he does, it's going to make up for not doing it a couple times that he doesn't. So as much as everybody wanted him to hit that and get going, he's doing too much. You know what? He's a great athlete. Let him play the game.
Hopping around a little bit back there. Once again, Ray not in the game. Coulter throws. He's got Savi out there. Going to take it across the 20, and he is brought down by Brennan Bochenk.
Good job, good throw. Again, outside shoulder gives your receiver one-on-one. He makes a good tackle, but yet it's still 3rd and 2 instead of 3rd and 7 or 8. Nice job on both sides of the ball there.
Approaching the final minute, 3rd and short from the 20. La Canaria moving further outside.
Yeah, trying to bring that backer out, give him more running room.
And that is exactly what they do. But it is not going to be enough this time. He is brought down by Cannon.
Big play by their big-time player in a very crucial situation. Going to almost kick this with almost no time left on the clock here. Matter of fact, I believe in the 42nd rule, they could probably let this go all the way down if they chose to.
Yeah, it looks like they're taking their time. We're going to let this sucker run down.
Wise decision. You go up into the 4th quarter, 31-13. Very good decision.
And there we go. After 3, Brother Rice now up 31-13 going into the final frame of this district semifinal. You know, everyone in sports, they're searching for that elusive perfect game, making every shot, completing every pass, striking everybody out, getting every call right. Yeah, that's right. Game officials enjoy the competition and seek perfection just like the players do. And if you still have that competitive streak, you want to help kids by giving back, maybe becoming a high school official is for you. To register, log on to mhsaa.com. This is a message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Great job there, Ryan, on that read, and I think a good job by the officials tonight.
Yeah.
You know, they've gotten together with some conferences. I know Coach K wanted some things maybe a little bit different. However, I think they are getting together and saying this is the right call as a team, and they're working well as a team tonight, so kudos to them.
Absolutely. Your 3rd team on the field. We appreciate them. We appreciate them as well during times like this, risking their health coming out here.
Absolutely. They're with a bunch of high school kids, and they're running around out there doing the same thing so we can keep playing this great game that we love.
So we begin the 4th and 2. Brother Rice deep in their own territory, kicking it away.
You notice there's no bubble in the middle this time. They come after him up the middle. Jake gets it off.
And we have a fair catch. And it is brought in by Chubbs right at midfield.
Chubbs Ruckhaber. His dad showed me a picture when he was about 2. And that's when he became Chubbs. He is no longer Chubbs, as we can see, but he loves the nickname. It stuck with all his buddies all the way. He said, just keep calling me that, and it's worked for him.
Man, I think a lot of us may have picked up that nickname back in the day, you know?
Or at the end of COVID-19.
Ooh, that's when I got it. Yeah, it was about 6 months ago. So if you're the Eaglets, you got to love where you sit right now. You flip the field position, but you got to make something happen every single time you touch the ball. Here comes the handoff, and they got some running room. That's Aiden across midfield to the 48. Aiden Boyle with a nice pickup on 1st down.
Potestivo coming inside out from the backer. Mikos does a great job of making sure he doesn't get outside. We lost a little bit of contain there, but a good job to hold that down. Instead of a huge play, it ends up being about a 7-yard gain.
Clock is running. Eaglets need to start moving a little bit here. Down 31-13, 11-17 to play.
Ross balance, going the other way.
Keeping
nice
it himself.
Job.
Rolls and fires for it all, and they have a flag.
Boy, I thought Lance, once again, good eye discipline there. There was the tight end going deep on him. He did a good job, I think. Little lean in, the referee thought, caused him to fall, take him out of an opportunity to make a catch.
Yeah, Ben Methey out there, down inside the 10-yard line.
And let's remember, in high school, that's a 15-yard penalty. They're not going all the way down to the 6-yard line where it happened. It's a 15-yard penalty versus all the way down in that position. So,
well, they will take that 15, that is for sure.
You better believe it. Rice has been stingy on giving up big plays. They'll take anything they can get.
So the 15 yards will put them to almost 30 in Brother Rice territory. Handoff. Doesn't get much.
No, McWood, very nice job. And Brock Roy right there, again, turning him, absorbing some of the offensive line so McWood can run free to make the tackle, and that's what the big fellas do. They don't get a lot of notoriety, but they eat up the old linemen so those linebackers can make plays. Right there, great demonstration of that.
Really impressed today, Coach, compared to the last game where they did run a couple of chunks. You're not seeing that today.
No, they're making them go chip, chip, chip down the field, and it's tough to score lots of points when that happens.
Brother Rice didn't like what they were seeing there, so they call a timeout. One timeout remaining now for the Warriors, as we have 10:26 to go now. 2nd and 10.
So I think in that situation, they've run a couple of plays unbalanced at us. Left the tight on the opposite side. They took that big pass. They kind of had us outflanking this run. It was a great job by us making that run stop right there. And then, bam, they go into one back, doubles, two receivers on either side. And we didn't either have personnel correct or weren't going to be aligned. So positive timeout taken there by Coach K.
Definitely a good timeout. Get reset.
Sorry, I made a call earlier. 65 is Mr. Andoni tonight. So I'm going to make sure and get that right.
Ross throws. Got his man. Great defense there.
Ethan Swider on the corner play right there. Great job. Just trying, Jason Ross trying to get a big play up to his tall receiver. Ethan stayed right with him. Nice job knocking the ball down.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Coach, a little bit different today with the orange jersey. So some of these numbers are a little different than what you've seen the rest of the year and what are on your roster tonight if you're in the building. 3rd and 10. Ross looks like he's keeping this one. He does, up the middle. And that is going to be a gain of 9.
Potestivo, nice job making that short of a first down tackle. Going to be 4th down and short here now.
So they are going for it. They need to. They are under 10 minutes to go.
And just a quick last score we have as our opponents are playing one another for next week. South Lyon East down 28-10 at half to Chelsea.
Ross on 4th. He will throw. He's looking deep. He's got Williams. That is incomplete. Stewart was there. Doesn't let him bring it in. And that is a turnover on downs.
Boy, and that's a 3-part great job play. Very well-placed football. Great route run. And excellent defense altogether. And ends up making a defensive play for a stop. Great job. Brother Rice defense again.
4th and 1, Coach. They go to the end zone. What do you think about that?
Well,
he did go to his man, though.
A strong running game, and you know what? Maybe their thought is, all they're thinking is we're going to pop one in there or the Q's going to smash it in there. Let's take a shot right here. So, again, I don't really disagree with that one, although I know your point.
And Williams has had a nice game today, receiving the ball for the Eaglets, but not that time. And they turn it over. Coulter now takes over from the 24. He hands it off. Miko still on his feet. Won't go down. I'll tell you what, Coach, he gets the first. How about the fight from the little guy?
I'll tell you what, that is a play completely go away from the jet, going right, get a run to the left and pop something. He puts his foot to the ground again, sees some opening. And I got to tell you, Alcamano and Hendy and Peters, Andoni, those guys are doing a phenomenal job up front. Drew Lee's also making some holes and just taking the defense where they want to go and letting their great backs cut backside and making big plays.
Tate Kaiser now in. La Canaria in motion. He takes it. And he's knocked out of bounds after a gain of a couple.
Batiste on the tackle there. And that's that play we saw earlier, if you remember, a little jet kind of shovel past Cole where he cut it up earlier that time. This time the opening was outside, so he took it out there. I know he wanted more, but 3-yard gain, setting us up.
Yeah, and he probably wanted that clock to keep running, but it has stopped at 8:46. 2nd and 8. Coulter throws to Cole. Cole has it. That's going to be a first down right at the 45-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, it doesn't look like much, but those little flash fakes just keep that linebacker held so he does not expand into the vision or in the way of the number 2 receiver there. A lot of space to work with, and I just I like that we're taking advantage of it, and I think we should just keep doing it. Take what they give you.
Miko back in now. La Canaria, Savi are up top. Devereaux at the bottom. This ball knocked straight down by Williams. He was going to Devereaux, but Big Nick said no, sir.
It's a really good defensive play right there. Really good job staying in his lane, getting up high. He's a big kid. Nice job.
And that's the dangerous one because he ate that thing up.
Yes, he did. Fortunately, it ended up on the ground, not in his hands.
Yeah, that's almost one where you're too close to be able to catch it.
Yeah, absolutely. See it all the time. Why didn't he catch that? Well, because that ball's a humming.
And he was an inch from it. Miko. I'll tell you what, I like this kid, man. He keeps those feet moving.
He's a fighter. He is fighting for every inch there. I like it. Looks like timeout St. Mary's here.
Yeah, St. Mary's going to have to start using those. We are under 8 minutes. The ball right at the 50. With 7:58 to play, Brother Rice up, still 31-13. Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. This has been a message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Once again, great job there, partner. Taking out a good message from the MHSAA. It's playoff time, and they want to get their message out as well. So thanks for reading that off. And audience, again, thank you so much for dropping in with us.
Absolutely. We appreciate you. If you've been with us all night or if you just joined us here on the State Champs Network, we are in Pontiac at Wisner Stadium. D3 playoffs, district semifinals. The boys in orange on top right now, 31-13. And they are facing third down at midfield. Coulter looking long. He's got Cole La Canaria, who went up and over to make the grab.
And I'll tell you what, that is vintage La Canaria on the reception. Whether it's Corey or Cole, it doesn't matter. They make the big plays when they're supposed to make the big plays. We saw him drop one, if you remember earlier. But there's one of those. Are you kidding me? And, yep, we're not kidding you. He makes those kind of catches all the time.
Dude is 5'8", and he went up about 8'8", 9'8" to bring that.
And
over a helmet and bring that in.
Through a face mask, over a helmet, rolling, first down and 10, Brother Rice. Big combination right there.
You know, we talked about the hands of this guy. That is what everybody is talking about right there. Throwing again. And this time Cole does not get anywhere, but he pops right back up. How about the hit by Batiste?
Again, coming downhill like crazy. A little bit different route that time. They kind of ran him on a bubble instead of just a little bit of hitch, but also the running back was running at him. Linebacker was running at him. So they diagnosed that one pretty quickly.
Absolutely. But no harm, no foul. You lose 2 yards. That clock is still moving, though, and that's what maybe is the most important.
Absolutely. Catch instead of a drop, and the clock is moving.
And when you take a hit like that, maybe a fumble as well. So they still have it. They still have it deep in Orchard Lake St. Mary's territory with that clock moving. And the clock will stop because we have a delay of game.
And remember, in high school, they set the ball now like they do in college and the pros. It's 40 seconds from when they get it, the end of that play. It starts. And first time tonight we got caught on that.
Little update on number 7 tonight, number 27, Rocco Amelia. He's standing. He's moving around, but on a pair of crutches right now, Coach.
Yeah, I see it. They want to take off that pressure. I don't see the ice pack on, though.
Nope. Well, here comes Miko straight up the middle again. He gets back to about the original line of scrimmage around the 20-yard line.
Boy, big burst of speed right there. Just kind of waited for that hole and then, boom, right through it, right up in there hard. Nice job. Again, O-line, phenomenal job tonight. Staying on blocks and getting 5, 6, 56, 49, 48 yards at a chunk.
So it's going to be 3rd and 10, maybe 9, under 6 to play. They're letting that thing roll down. 2 receivers top of your screen. Devereaux all by himself at the bottom. It's going to be Miko dancing around, nowhere to go. He is again brought down just across the 20, and we have a timeout.
Timeout, St. Mary's. Good timeout there. Brother Rice, the decision here. I would imagine they don't go for the field goal, not just because of distance, because if that thing gets blocked, you know, bad things can happen. We saw Lapierre go for one, if you remember, and Rocco picked that thing up and went about 80 yards for a touchdown.
And again, right before the half as well. It's becoming their signature over here.
Well, they'd like it to be. I'll tell you what, you get big scores at the end of halves or beginnings of quarters, makes a big difference in your game.
Coach, we have a minute here. You mentioned the score, South Lyon and Chelsea. Chelsea 7-0 on the year. They were winning 28-10 at last word. They would be the number 1 seed. 35-23 now after 3. Chelsea is the number 1 seed in this district. Brother Rice would have to go there. What do you know about Chelsea real quick here?
They've had a phenomenal year. They've been a real solid team the whole year. Well-coached football team, disciplined in what they do. Some very talented athletes. And they're a tough out. They're a very tough out for anybody, as obviously 7 teams have already found out. It looks like number 8 tonight.
Made the semifinal last year, the final 2 years ago. And on 4th down, the pass is incomplete to Devereaux. So Orchard Lake St. Mary's still alive. They're down 31-13, but they have 5:33 to work with.
Really love what Rice did there. They took advantage of a lot of field. If that's a good thrown ball, put it in his chest. We have a really good shot at the first down. And on the other hand, you know what? It's their football, 19-yard line, 20-yard line. It's a long way to go.
So 5:33. They'll take over at the 20. 3 receivers this time at the bottom of your screen for the Eaglets. Here comes Ross rolling that way. He's got a man. He's got it, and he is out of bounds. That is big number 33, Bent Maffei. 47, knocks him out of bounds.
Chad, tell us, great hustle on that one, coming from that backer position from behind, didn't give up 1 second. Good throw, good catch right there. It's a good first down for St. Mary's.
First time we've seen that look, and they know they got to move the ball.
Absolutely. So Brother Rice has to, finish this game. Always want to finish strong, finish strong, finish strong. As Coach talks about all the time. Let's stop this one, make them punt, run the clock out, go home victorious.
Here we go, 3 at the bottom again. Ross now looking the other way. He has got a man, and he's got him. And he dropped it to Corey on Temple, the big tight end, over there all by himself. They had him on an island over there, Coach, but he didn't bring it in.
Yeah, Ethan Swindler, I think, stumbled just a little bit there in the coverage. Great ball, great spot. But I'll tell you what, that thing coming rainbowing down sometimes is not the easiest thing to catch. And Brother Rice is saying great, and St. Mary's going, oh, come on, that would have been 20.
Yeah, you got to feel for that kid right there.
Absolutely.
Season is on the line. You're close to 5 minutes to go. You got your man beat. You did everything right except the last thing.
That's right. Got to put it all together. Like I said, takes 11. There was time to throw. Good ball, good route. Just didn't finish.
Here's Ross. We do have a flag. He's going to be in trouble. He gets free, kind of flips it, and throws it away. Intercepted. But we do have flags all over the field.
I know I've got a hold. We've got a peel back block, which you're no longer able to do. And I'm not sure if we have a roughing the passer at the very end of it or not, but I know that's 2 of the flags out there.
Well, they have all sorts of stuff to
We need to get the
figure
clothes
out.
washer out here. So much laundry on the field right now. Holy smokes.
Absolutely. You have 3 flags in 3 different locations. Never a good thing. The ball was picked off.
I think so the referee threw the hold, and then this side judge here saw the peel back, so he threw his flag. I'm not sure what happened way over there unless they also called the peel back block on that one, because it was blatant and wide open. Looks to me like the St. Mary's defense is on the field, though. An offense huddling for Brother Rice to come out and do what we said, get off the field, give the ball to the offense, and run it out.
Well, there you go with the block. Declined.
Here's the peel back.
And there it is. Both are declined. So it will be a turnover. Rice will take over. And now they've got to be feeling very well about themselves.
Absolutely.
28 in the game. First time on offense.
So running back, Kaiser's coming back in at the running back position. See if we can't get him some touches and some first downs. This game kind of epitomizes passion for our purpose team is their motto this year, and I really like that it epitomizes that motto today.
And there he is, but he is stuffed immediately.
A big 94 Charles Collins in there just plugging up that middle and cleaning up with the linebackers. Nice job there on the defense.
We do have another Warrior down. Right there at the 35-yard line. And Coach, you just mentioned it. They came in healthy. They came in feeling well, but you lose Rocco. You lose.
Haven't seen.
You lose
Nolan
Alfredo.
Ray.
Yeah, we don't know about Nolan Ray. He is on the sideline, but he has not played in a long time.
I don't believe he played at all in the second half, Ryan.
And that could be just because he was coming off of that ankle that you mentioned before. He injured it in the Country Day game, rolled it a little bit. So that could just be precautionary. And shoot, when you're running like Miko did.
Getting them some reps. I think, early on in the year we talked about how important it was for as many players to play, and when they had the 7 players out, that meant 7 players who most likely would not have seen a lot of time were able to get a lot of time in 3 ball games, and that's a lot. So come playoff time, instead of just having 11 starters, you really have, 15, 16. So looks like Tate has twisted maybe an ankle a little bit there in that pileup.
Well, we've seen it a couple of times today. Hope he's all right.
Dr. Melia getting his steps in, unfortunately, on this game. Darn it.
He is. He definitely is today, and giving a little extra boost here as they get him off. Yeah, now he's not putting any weight on there.
Yeah. Always tough to see that for any player.
2nd and 11 from the 31. Clock is now on the move.
4-minute offense, going to wait for him to raise his hand.
He's just going to let that sucker go.
There's the 10-second mark.
And great, slipping right through. Unbelievable, these guys running the ball today. Doesn't matter who it is. 4th now guy that we have seen with the ball. Doesn't matter.
And Benjamin Eck, you saw him get the ball, covered up 2 hands. Again, sees a lane, jumps over a player, gets a first down. Big play. Great job, Benjamin.
Incredible job running today. Outrunning the runners.
Absolutely.
Today. First time, first meeting, we mentioned. The quarterback goes over 300. Today, getting it done on the ground.
And boy, when you get to playoff football in Michigan and your ground game is going, extremely helpful.
There he goes again. This time around the right side. He's still on his feet. Wants to stay in bounds. He does. The clock keeps moving.
Just can't say enough about the smart plays, really on both sides. Really on both sides that they've done such a great job.
Down under 3.5 to go. Warriors just trying to run this thing out. And it looks like they're going to do it.
Boy, they've played just a complete football game, and there's nothing better for a coach he'll watch that film tonight, I'm telling you, till 3 a.m., being excited. And then, of course, he'll tell everybody what they did wrong, and let's make some corrections because we play a good team next week. That's what coaching's all about.
And there it is again, right up the middle, brought down at the 10. It's going to be close to a first down.
Boy, again, covering that ball up. O-linemen still blocking their tails off. Got Lance Hilly on the tackle again. He's played a very good defensive game. Nick Williams played a phenomenal game. Jason Ross, great game for them. Cannon on the defensive side of the ball. But you know what? It always takes 11. That's the beauty of this game. 11 achieving success so the team can achieve success.
Asavi down there by himself at the bottom of your screen. They are going to hand it off again, going to the top side. Nothing doing that time on 3rd and short. Hilly brings him down again.
Yep, not giving up. You never see the give up, ever. They keep fighting no matter what's going on. It's 31-13. I'm not going to keep. They just keep on playing. Timeout St. Mary's here.
Yep, they do stop the clock in case they can get that ball back. 4th down, 1 to go. They're at the 12, but they need 3 scores. 31-13, 2 minutes to play. Coach, we got cut off. If we can real quick again, looks like it probably will be Chelsea. Team made the semifinals last year, state championship game the year before. Looks like that's who they will get at Chelsea next week.
Absolutely, and again, they're playing great team ball. One of the things about the Catholic League, in particular in the Central Division, is every week you play playoff caliber teams. CC's winning tonight. Brother Rice is winning tonight over a Catholic League team. De La Salle winning big tonight. You play that competition again and again and again and again, and it really pays off in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And other teams don't. And all of a sudden you're against this juggernaut who's played these kinds of games all year long. And I know it's a big advantage to the Catholic League teams.
Absolutely. And when you see a team like Orchard Lake St. Mary, here we go on 4th down. Coulter throws it away, so it will be a turnover on downs. 24-94 making the tackle there. But you see a team like St. Mary's had to forfeit 2 games, or just didn't play them due to COVID. And they were 1-3 heading into the playoffs, still ranked at 1-3. That speaks to exactly what you just mentioned.
Absolutely.
They're playing everybody but Alabama.
Yeah. Absolutely. And like our teams, they often have to in the Catholic League find teams from Ohio, Pennsylvania, Indiana.
Because
my
nobody
son's
wants
been
to
all
play
over
it.
because it's tough to find games in Michigan. And they'll play anybody. So.
Well, they got to do a whole lot real fast. 2:05, and they have 85 yards to go. Ross going deep. Nobody there. Oh, my gosh. Nearly had it, though.
Boy, Zerke,
right
awesome.
at the 50-yard line. May have banged his head, though. He laid out. He did everything he could to bring that in.
Yeah, great effort there. Again, pretty good ball and fantastic coverage there.
Got
Great
up a
job
little
by Nichols.
slow, but he's heading back to that huddle. Does not want his season to end. Great effort. Nearly had it. I didn't think there was a chance here when that ball was in the air.
And he made a great job. Again, all summer long working together. That's what it does. Pays off, and it doesn't even look like there's a chance and almost comes up with a great catch.
Back up the safeties, and as the tight ends block like that, I think
Jason, nice play. Hands it off to Boss. Does not get out of bounds. So that clock will keep on moving, now under 2 minutes.
Looked like Fortino on the tackle there. Good hustle from that linebacker position. Helping him also hustling over there, Brennan Parent from the safety spot.
Out of the shotgun again. Launches it up. He's got Method down there. They're going to throw the flag. Miko had him tied up a little bit, so they'll do it again 15 yards further down the road.
A lot of hands on that one, and I'm pretty sure he knew it. Of course, he couldn't see the ball because he's running with the, it was in the air. There again, all you viewers, thank you so much for watching. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. And last I heard, we're across about 22 states.
Wow.
Over 30,000 viewers.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty
Holy
good stuff.
cow. We appreciate everybody watching. We've done this a couple of times so far this year. It is an absolute blast to bring you these games, bring you these rivalries and everything. We like it. We love it just as much as you do. We appreciate you. The first down pass sails out of bounds with 1:15 remaining.
A little quick on the release there. Guy didn't get in his full route. Got to take a little bit more time, be a little more patient, but trying to hurry up and get things down the field. Minute 15 left, at least get a score. I know that's what's in their mind.
Well, Coach, the 10-time state champions are going to even up this all-time series, 17 apiece, if things stay the way they are right now, which would take a lot to keep that from happening.
Absolutely.
So they'll even it 17-17, and they will stay alive. Once again, pronouns, pal. They, being Brother Rice, will stay alive for an 11th state championship. Ross trying to change that. He dumps it down to Boss, who is hit. He goes out of bounds, stopping the clock.
Good hustle on there. 23 coming again, inside out, Jackson Manelli. And got Potestivo finishing it off. Well, again, this is going to be a great game for the team. Signed very positive points. Talk about let's do that again next week, guys. But also some things to clean up, and you always want that as a coach. And they're a very level-headed group, great coaching staff. Coach Gay's got with him, and obviously it's really paying off. These kids playing hard tonight and every week.
When you see some smiles on the faces down there as Ross sneaks out of trouble, now he's in more trouble and brought down at the 39.
Boy, the big fella, Mr. Andoni, chasing down the QB on that one. Just make sure he doesn't get any further. Number 7 is gonna sleep in tomorrow morning. I'm telling you right now, after a long hot shower tonight, he's been hit quite a bit tonight.
Absolutely. Coach, I was mentioning, I'm looking at Rocco down there. He's smiling. He's still kind of gimping a little bit, but he's smiling. You like to see that. They're going to need him next week.
You better believe it.
As well as Ray, who still has his helmet on. Looks like maybe just precaution with him.
Well, and again, you get another runner, some really good touches, and, important time of a game.
And we have Ross brought down once again, and that will do it.
Langston Neville's good job covering up the first time in the game tonight. Did a good job at the corner here. His mom was helpful to us and allowed us in today and said, well, you guys look important. You must be going where you're supposed to be going. I said, it's a story of our lives. Look important, look like you know what's going on, and you can get in some places.
Well, the defense does its job, shuts them down on 4th down. They turn it over again. The Warriors will take it. Coulter is out there. He will either hand or take a knee, and that will do it. Still have 12.7 to run down, but it's all but over.
They need a ball, though.
Yeah,
you gotta snap a ball.
You can't snap the air. Doesn't do you any good.
How'd you guys do?
Coaches, they are about to kneel this one and end it.
Favorite position.
There
Victory
you go.
Position, baby.
Victory formation as they run it down. It's going to be 31-13. Brother Rice improves to 7-1 on the year. Most importantly, they're still playing. They move on to the district championship next week. At last word, Chelsea was leading the undefeated Chelsea team, so it will be there next week. And we have an update on Rocco.
Yeah, looks like he tore an ACL. He's going to be done for the year. Very sad end to his year.
Wow.
But that is the word currently right now.
Well, everything we had said a minute ago about happiness and all that, you're looking at a kid who's a Mr. Football candidate. I'm looking at him right now. He's down there with his dad. He's being talked to by members of the St. Mary's coaching staff, and we're very excited, but my gosh, that is some tough news we're getting right here at the very end of this broadcast. Rocco Milia, Mr. Football candidate, Columbia recruit, Mr. Do everything on both sides of the ball. A torn ACL.
Yeah,
that's huge. What does that do for you, as we were mentioning, going into an undefeated team next week that's made it to the Final Four in the championship game the last couple of years?
Well, from a coaching standpoint, I always look at it, yep, he's a great player. He does everything all over the place. But you know what he really is? He's that leader on the field that keeps everybody where they're supposed to be, doing what they're supposed to do, not too high, not too low. And I think more than anything, that's what they're going to miss. Phenomenal football player, obviously. Man, that leadership is really hard to duplicate.
Well, they'll have an MRI to confirm. But even if they're even thinking that, that's not good. Looking for only 7 days away.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, Brother Rice does win. We'll go back to good news for them. 31-13. A tough season for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. As we mentioned, they had 2 weeks they didn't get to play. They caught COVID in the middle of the season. You're not used to seeing that team finishing 2-4 on the year. Well, what would you say about that team wrapping up their campaign?
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a tough position because not only was it 2 games, but it was 2 games prior to the playoffs. So they've come back after a 2 week. They do win a big game in their playoff game, but then again, now you're coming up against a very well-balanced, talented football team, and that's very, very difficult as we saw tonight. But again, never any quit right down to the last play of every player playing hard, and just a testimony to St. Mary's and their staff and those kids out there who you see sometimes teams toss it in. Never going to see that.
Well, and it was next man up for the Warriors as well, and they did a great job. They win 31-13 and will play for a district title next week. For Coach Pop, I'm Ryan Slocum. Everybody here at the State Champs Network, we appreciate you watching from all over the country. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Brother Rice moving on to the district final.